to do all that and memorize that, to have a system down that gets you locked in for a series, it just lets you go out there with confidence, knowing that, all right, I know what I want to do. Now it's just about going and doing it.
If someone came to you and said, all right, what's the scouting report to attack him? What would you say?
You definitely got to see him up and close to you, because you don't want to swing at the changeup. He's gonna tease you down away, and if he executes there, he's great. I mean, he's going to be really good, but you got to be able to trust that you can see him up and see him close to you, because you don't want to have to chase the changeup until you get late. So vintage Kyle will go out there though and recognize what you're trying to do, and if he thinks you're sitting in, he's going to try to locate away. If he thinks you're out of way, he's going to hip shot you. There's a lot of ways he can attack you, but for me, I think you got to see him up and close to you, because you don't want to have to swing at the changeup.
What's the best way, in your opinion, to describe his importance over the years to the organization you work for, the Cubs?
Yeah, I'm partial to the time that I spent with him, and I've spent more time with him than any pitcher I've ever been around. In my mind, he's in the Mount Rushmore of Cubs pitchers, and I say that because of the tenure he had with the Cubs, the World Series run, the Game 7 starts, all the things that he's done and the foundation that he built, and just the model person that he was too. It's like everything that he is and he's about, you want all your pitchers to be, and to me, that's what he means. It's just the when you look up in 15, 20, 30 years from now, he should be one of the guys that's remembered as one of the all-time great Cub pitchers.
You've had to navigate through a whole bunch of different injuries to your starting rotation, to the guys in the bullpen. How have you managed this season to put together the kind of reliable staff and pen that you need to have the kind of season that the Cubs have had?
This has been a really fun and I think rewarding season up to this point for me and our pitching group here. The reason being, I love a challenge, number one, but number two, it's a perfect example of whatever your off-season plans are, whatever your spring training plans are, they're never going to go that way. So you have to be able to adapt. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to make adjustments on the fly. And I honestly feel like that's what our group does the best. Be able to make quick adjustments, be able to help guys make mechanical and pitch adjustments throughout the year to continue to grow and find diamonds in the rough and guys you can come, Drew Pomeranz and finding Brad Keller and talking about him this offseason. Having guys like that come in and step up are what you need to do to be successful over the course of the year. And so for me, it's been a fun puzzle to have to navigate, but the ability to be flexible and be dynamic as a group is the key to success long term.
Tommy, it's been fun to watch. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Zach.
Cubs pitching coach Tommy Hotovy, the baseball board next on The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Kyle Tucker. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Welcome to Old National Bank.
Hi, I was wondering what you could do for my small business.
Tons. Have time to talk?
Not much. We're on a 30-second radio ad.
Oh, I'll get straight to the point then. Our solutions are customized for small businesses. Our services make financial management simple, and our pricing is always transparent.
Outstanding. Wow.
Yeah. So, ever been in an ad before?
Nope. How do I look?
Good. But we're on the radio, remember?
Right. Hi, Mom.
Customized small business banking from Old National Bank. Member FDIC. Get old.
Step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and more. Whether you're betting with the home team or scouting the next big matchup, take your swing with the Circa Sports app. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. That's circasports.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
BC Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
Led by Dr. Jacob Vogel in the performance of our national anthem.
The USC Marching Band performing the national anthem at Angel Stadium this afternoon. The national anthem sponsored by Patriot Pavement Maintenance, simplifying pavement maintenance for industrial, commercial, and educational clients. As we approach the top of the hour, let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talk Cubs with us on Spiegel and Holmes, 2 to 6 afternoons on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Cubs, Angels in California. Who are you banking on? Is sponsored by Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. I'm banking on Kyle Tucker for a second straight game. He's got 3 home runs this weekend. I really don't need another reason, but he's got 27 homers and 69 RBIs in 81 career games against the Angels. He sees red against this team. The pitching matchup is sponsored by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Veteran right-hander Jamison Tyone on the hill for the Cubs. 8-6, a 4+ ERA. He's making his second start since coming off the injured list with a strained calf. The first start, a quality start last Tuesday against Milwaukee. 1 run in 6 innings of work. And Kyle Hendricks is on the mound for the Angels, facing the Cubs for the very first time. 6-8 with a 4.93 ERA. Hendricks allowed 4 earned runs on 8 hits in 6 innings last Tuesday versus Cincinnati. A no decision. Let's go around baseball. Sponsored by Great Clips. It's going to be great. Cubs start play 6-back of first place Milwaukee in the National League Central right now. After 4 innings of play, the Brewers and Giants are tied at 2 in Milwaukee. Here in Anaheim, it's time for baseball. Cubs, Angels, Pat, Ron, next on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Listen to every Cubs game right here on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Make your house a home with premium paints and stains from Benjamin Moore. Achieve long-lasting color and beauty with Aura, Regal Select, and Ben for interiors. Or protect your exteriors with Element Guard and new Woodlux exterior stains. Available exclusively at locally owned Benjamin Moore stores. Their high-quality products ensure a flawless finish every time. Ready to start your next project? Visit BenjaminMoore.com to find a retailer near you. Benjamin Moore. See the love.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Dempster Insurance Agency in Peoria if auto owners make sense for you.
The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer everyone should have. It eliminates under or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat to achieve perfection. Order one now at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Cubs fans, Pat Hughes here. Join Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman, and me for every Cubs game on 670 The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
He drives one in the air, deep left center. Back goes Cruz. It's got a chance. Gone. Home run, Dansby Swanson. High fly ball, deep right field. This ball's got a chance. It is gone for a home run.
And if you live in the Chicago area, also on the free Odyssey app.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
And now, Odyssey and 670 The Score bring you Chicago Cubs baseball on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Ian Happ.
Base hit into right. Cubs win the ball game. Ian Happ, a game-winning single.
Hey, it's Nico Horner.
Diving backhand stop by Horner, throws to first to get it. Sensational play.
Hey, it's Kyle Tucker.
Kyle drives one in the air to right field. That ball is gone. It's a 3-run homer.
This is what you came here for. You got the Cubs game on the score.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by Benny's Beverage Depot, Nissan, Benjamin Moore, Hefty Trash Bags, Arturo Tire, James Hardy Building Products, Sea Glass Wine, Volvo, Sloan, Xfinity, It's Not a Game, Illinois.com, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, and Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. And now here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes, and All-Star Ron Coomer with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
Chicago Cubs baseball is on the air from Angel Stadium in Southern California. It's Game 3 of this weekend series between the Chicago Cubs and the Los Angeles Angels. Good afternoon, everybody. Along with former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer, it's Pat Hughes reporting. Zach Zaidman working alongside. We all thank you for joining us. The Cubs are looking for a sweep in the 3-game series, winning on Friday night 3-2, and then they clobbered the Angels last night 12-1. And today the Cubs will face former, I think you could call him a Cubs legend already, Kyle Hendricks. He is pitching now for the Angels, and he starts today against right-hander Jamison Tyone for the Cubs. Let's go ahead and get right to the starting lineups for today's game. It's a hot day in Southern California, 88 degrees at game time, and it actually feels even warmer because it's slightly humid. More about the weather later on. The starting lineups are brought to you by Verizon, the most reliable 5G in Chicago. Leading off for the Cubs today and playing first base, Michael Busch. Kyle Tucker in right. Seiya Suzuki, the designated hitter. Batting cleanup, a native of Southern California, Pete Crow Armstrong. Pete playing in center field. Carson Kelly catching. Ian Happ in left field. The number 7 batter at second base is Nico Horner. Dansby Swanson at short, and batting ninth and playing third, rookie Matt Shaw. Those are the Cubs. Here are the Angels. Zach Neto will lead off at shortstop. Mike Trout, the designated hitter. Taylor Ward is batting third and playing left field. The cleanup man for the Angels is right fielder Joe Adell. Luis Rengifo at third base. Travis d'Arnaud catching. Nico Cavadas batting seventh and playing first base. Christian Moore is the second baseman, and batting ninth in center field, Bryce Teodosio. The umpires have arrived. Brian Walsh is going to call balls and strikes today. They've all got the short sleeve shirts on. Again, it's a very hot day here in Anaheim. Brian Walsh to call balls and strikes. Paul Clemens working at first. Adrian Johnson is the crew chief down at second. Quinn Wolcott at third. We are ready to go. The Cubs and the Angels. Kyle Hendricks to face his former team, the Cubs. And it gets underway right after this on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Matthew Boyd. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? The John Deere Gator XUV lets you cut, pack, drive, scout, weld, stack, feed, pull, load, tow, spray, and haul, all in a single day. Because with the highest cargo box volume in its class, customizable features, and a towing capacity of up to 4,000 pounds, it gets the job done. You just have to get in the seat. Learn more at your John Deere dealer or visit johndeere.com/GatorXUV.
This Labor Day weekend, we're celebrating Bob's Discount Furniture's 200th store milestone with the entire Bob's family across the country. For more than 30 years, we've believed everyone deserves the home they love. That's why we brought our everyday low prices on furniture, mattresses, and more to over 200 locations from coast to coast and counting. Not to mention free treats for the whole family in our cafes. Celebrate Bob's Discount Furniture's 200 store milestone this Labor Day weekend.
Oh, my Bob.
Toyota's national sales event is on. Visit your local Toyota dealer and discover which Toyota is right for you. Hurry in now before it all ends. Toyota, let's go places.
The leadoff man is Michael Busch. We are ready for baseball. Busch hitting .253. Right-hander Kyle Hendricks delivers the game's first pitch. It's in for a strike, and away we go. Ron, I know you, like me, we've seen video of Kyle pitching in an Angel uniform where they have red and white as their predominant colors. Still a bit jarring after all those years with the Cubs as Busch takes inside. But we saw him after the game Friday night, still as delightful and charming as ever. And now let's see if the Cubs can beat him today.
Yeah, it is a little different. There's no doubt. Seeing Kyle in red.
Ground ball to first, fielded by Cavadas. Shovels to Hendricks on the bag, and that's out number one. What would be the offensive plan against Kyle Hendricks?
Well, I think when you face Kyle, to me, I would be much more inclined to look speed than I would location of the pitches. That, to me, is the most important. I would make him throw the fastball past me, and I would be on speed. And if he threw an off-speed pitch in the middle of the plate, that would be the pitch I would be on here right away early in the game.
Kyle Tucker having a big series, 6 for 9 in the 2 games. After a slump of about a month, he has come storming back. He's hit 3 homers in the first 2 games here and 6 runs batted in. Just underway, 1 away. Hendricks coming back. Swing and a miss. Pretty good fastball.
Mm-hmm. And it's game time. Time to crack open a Yingling. And it's hot enough for one here right now. After 196 years, the wait is over. Yingling finally available here in Illinois. Look for it at your favorite bar store. Yingling, the oldest brewery in America.
Fouled away, Ron, 1-2.
And we had a very nice time. Game 1 of this series, right after the ball game, you and I went down to the clubhouse, visited the home clubhouse, and saw Kyle, and a chance to talk to him. And everything that you think about Kyle Hendricks as a fan, as a broadcaster, as a fellow teammate, anything you could say positive against him, times that by 100. That's the kind of guy he is. He is just one of the genuinely nice people that have ever played our game.
1-2 to Tucker. That just missed. 2-2. Tucker with a .263 average. but I hesitated to call him Cubs legend because he is still very much alive and still active in the big leagues. But as time goes on, here's the 2-2, a swing and a miss, strike three, and Tucker is out number 2. I'm sure in the years to come that he'll be looked back upon as a definite, genuine Cubs legend.
Well, you and I were talking before the game, and I 100% as someone who spent my entire adult time in Major League Baseball or in professional baseball, he is on that list of Chicago Cub legends. And as we talked yesterday, he's pitched 2 of the biggest games in franchise history.
His first pitch to Seiya Suzuki is outside. Cubs winning both of those. Game 6, 2016 National League Championship Series against the Dodgers at Wrigley, and then Game 7 in Cleveland. He had no decision. Fly ball, shallow right center. Teodosio, the left-handed center fielder, makes the catch, and the Cubs go quietly in the first inning against their former teammate Kyle Hendricks. After a half, no score. This is the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for every pitch of Cubs baseball. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, baseball fans, it's time to pick a side, Team Mayo or Team Hater. And if you're still riding with the haters, Hellman's has a message. We've leveled up. We're talking spicy mayo, garlic aioli, chili lime, and Italian herb. That's classic, creamy Hellman's taste with a bold twist. So go ahead, haters, take one bite. Then try to tell us you're not ready to sign with the winning team. Mayo haters, prepare to eat your words.
Hey, baseball fans, now at Verizon, they are knocking it out of the park with low prices. Locked in for 3 years guaranteed on my plan. Get a single line for a low price of just $50 a month when you switch and bring your phone on unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Only on the network you can count on. Slide into your local Chicago Verizon store today.
$20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rates. Additional terms and conditions apply.
FinishingChicago.com for the industry's best drywall finishing, wall covering, glass systems, signage, and painting contractors. Rely on FinishingChicago.com.
Hey, Coom here. Labor Day in the Midwest means one thing. One last trip to the lake house before summer officially calls it a season. The grill is hot, coolers are packed, and if you're like me, you're bringing some Yingling along for the ride. Whether it's traditional lager, light lager, or flight, Yingling has a beer for every taste. Great beer, great company, and a little lake time. That's a winning combo in my book. Yingling, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Jamison Tyone pitching for the Cubs. The Cubs leadoff batter in the first inning, Michael Bush, presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. If Michael would have wrapped out a base hit, Benny's would have donated $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Now Tyone goes to work. The big right-hander brings a fastball for a strike. Ron, as you think about Tyone facing these Angels, what's on your mind today?
Well, I think for Tyone, it's fastball command and pitching ahead in the count.
Neto swings and misses 0-2.
Yeah, to me, when J-Mo has good fastball command, you know, the other pitches, whether it be a slider to righties and change or the backdoor breaking ball that he has such great command of to the left-handed hitter, he just makes it very difficult. And then his size with that good downward tilt also becomes a big factor.
Tyone beat Milwaukee earlier this week at Wrigley. His first start in a while. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fly ball to right. Playable for Tucker. Drifting over toward the line. Routine play. Out number 1. No score. Bottom of the first. A much smaller audience, at least right now, than we've had the first 2 games. 44,000 were here last night. Just under 40 on Friday night. But today, I'd say we're somewhere in the 20s.
Yeah, I would agree. It's, you know, and it's Sunday, so I don't think the late arriving crowd is quite what we're going to get here. I just think the heat here in Anaheim is very high and probably push some people away from coming out to the ballpark.
Tyone's first pitch to Trout up and in. Now the next offering fouled away. Zach Zaidman always gives me the game time temperature. 88 degrees in Anaheim. And kind of sticky. Here comes the 1-1 to Trout. Trout will take outside. Trout 0 for 6 in this series. He has struck out 4 times, including 3 times by the rookie Cade Horton last night. Don't see that very often. High fly ball to right, playable for Tucker. Almost in his tracks. And he'll slap the leather on that one for out number 2. 0-0 game. First inning, it brings up Taylor Ward.
Good pitch by J-Mo. That's that little cut fastball down and away, and just got the routine fly out by Trout. First inning is powered by Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated. And today, the Speed Gun, powered by Xfinity. Get seriously powerful Wi-Fi. Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
Fly ball deep left center. Back is Happ on the track. It's gone for a home run. Taylor Ward with a home run to left center over the 390 sign, and the Angels take a 1-0 lead. That ball really carried.
Well, we noticed the last couple nights, I know you had commented a couple times, and I agreed with you how the ball was carrying here in the last 2 ball games. Now during the day, as we've known, even when you go up, up the coast a little bit to Dodger Stadium, how during the day the ball carries. It's really going to carry in this hot day here in Anaheim.
Taylor Ward, quietly run, has just hit his 30th home run of the year. It's his 93rd run batted in. Joe Adell, the batter, and he'll check and take down low for a ball. But the Angels are down. They are 7 games below 500 and probably will not be a postseason team. And the pitch is in there for a called strike. But Taylor Ward having, if it's possible, run in a major market, having a big year, and very few people realize it.
Yeah, I would agree. 30 home runs. Chance to be a 100 RBI guy.
Inside 2-1 to Adell. Here's another guy. Joe Adell has 29 homers and 79 driven in. He homered in last night's game. Hits out of a bit of a crouch. And the 2-1 dribble to the right side, past Tyone, but it's gloved by Bush. Shovels it to Tyone, who covers the bag. Score that one 3-1, and the inning comes to an end. Taylor Ward hits a home run. We go to inning number 2. Angels 1, Cubs 0 on the score, and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Cade Horton. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to present you signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that future you can't use? And since your rapid rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward future you with a future flight. Sign up for rapid rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All rapid rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
Heart surgery is no one's dream of retirement. I'm Beverly, and that's what I was facing when my cardiology team at Northwestern Medicine identified a diseased valve in my heart. But thanks to Dr. Gang and Dr. Ahmad's expertise, I didn't have to have open heart surgery.
With access to the top heart and vascular program in Illinois by U.S. News and World Report, Beverly's team at Central DuPage Hospital replaced her diseased aortic valve using a tiny catheter, and she was back on her feet in just a few days. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
James Hardie Building Products knows how important your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. Trusted by homeowners on over 10 million homes from coast to coast, they can give your home a beautiful design without compromising on durability and protection. They also know how important it is to support your hometown and root for the home team. That's why James Hardie is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardie Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
Car accident? Call D&W right now. Slip and fall? Call D&W right now. Any accident at all? Call D&W Law right now. Don't hesitate. Call the 8s, 312-888-8888.
Top 2, Angels 1, Cubs 0. The second inning is brought to you by Sea Glass Wines, delivering crisp, refreshing flavors that hit every time. Huh?
Pete Crow Armstrong will try to lash out a base hit right now. He hits one in the air, foul down the left field line and back out of play. 88 degrees, a hot one in L.A. Game time temperature sponsored by Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. Your trusted local experts, Four Seasons. And the pitch to PCA is outside for a ball. Pete had the game-winning home run in the 9th inning on Friday night. Right now, we'd like to start a rally against Kyle Hendricks.
Big gap in right center field for Pete.
The 1-1 is outside for a ball. Hendricks for the year, 6-8, and his ERA is up near 5. Home runs have been an issue for him. He's given up 21 gopher balls. Here's a swing and a fly ball down the right field line, racing over Adele, makes the catch on the line in shallow right field, and that's out number 1. Pete just a little bit out in front.
Yeah, when the ball first came off the bat, I thought it was going to carry more, but he got it right off the end of the bat, and ball did not carry.
You will see that, I think, more against Kyle Hendricks than you do against most pitchers because of his changes of speed.
Yeah.
There's Carson Kelly. Carson takes a fastball strike.
Kyle, a unique assortment of pitches and speeds to your point, Pat. 4-seamer, 2-seamer. He'll cut his 4-seam fastball away from the right-handed hitter.
Kelly takes strike 2.
And that's a pair of them. And then he's got a great change. We know that, but he's got 2 changeups. One that fades away from the left-handed hitter and one that fades away from the right-handed hitter. Very seldom do you hear of a pitcher throwing a cut changeup. That is a very, very unique pitch.
Here's the 0-2. Outside for a ball. 1-0 Angels, 2nd inning. Plenty of Cub fans in attendance. That was pretty obvious in the first 2 games of the series. I think Cub fans may have outnumbered Angel followers. Bouncer past the mound, slowly hit, charging Neto, a running throw by the shortstop to first in time, and that's out number 2. Hendricks has set down the first 5 batters, and it brings up Ian Happ.
Both pitchers done a good job of not getting in the way of a couple balls that they might have been able to struggle to get to. Tyone did a nice job not overextending himself on the ball in the first inning, and then to Adele, and then Kyle had a chance to field that ball and let it go to his shortstop to make a routine play.
Happ takes outside. Ian 0 for 5 in this series. Switch hitter batting left-handed. Powder blue batting gloves on either hand for Happ. Here comes the 1-0. And that's outside. Ron, there must have been some pitchers in your career that were teammates of you for several years, and then one of you gets traded, and now you're facing each other in competition.
Yeah, it is a weird thing. There's no doubt.
Here's the 2-0 to Happ. Swing and a miss. Did you feel like you had some insights on certain guys?
Yeah, I did, but I also knew they had the same thing. They had the insights on me too. So I know my first time going back to Minnesota to play as a Cub, I thought that was an odd one, right? And the same thing when I was a Yankee going back to play against Minnesota.
2-1 to Happ. Hop fly foul out of play. Happ trying to reach against Kyle Hendricks. The infield shifting over to the right side. Here's the 2-2. Happ takes just high for a ball.
Pretty tight strike zone right now from Brian Walsh. Kyle has thrown 3 or 4 pitches that could have been called a strike. Tyone, same thing.
The tall right-hander comes back, and Happ takes high for ball 4. Cubs get their first base runner, Nico Horner, coming up. Kyle Hendricks, Ron, 11 years with the Cubs, very memorable seasons. He started Game 7 of the World Series, had no decision, He was the winner in Game 6 of the NLCS, the one that vaulted the Cubs into the World Series. And he made 11 career postseason starts, the most in Cubs history. Hoerner pops it up shallow right. Drifting out is Moore. And coming in is the center fielder Teodosio to make the catch to end the inning. No runs, no hits, a man left. Middle of inning number 2. Angels 1, Cubs nothing on the score, and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Spiegel and Holmes on your ride home. Afternoons 2 to 6 on the Score.
Sloan has been providing restroom products at Wrigley Field for 111 years, and we're proud to now expand into the concourse with our brand new bottle fillers that provide clean drinking water for Cubs fans all season long. Learn more at Sloan.com.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge.
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. You see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Right now, for a limited time, you can lease the Hyundai Tucson for $239 a month or get $1,750 bonus cash. Offers end September 2nd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Join the Cubs September 5th through the 7th as the Cubs celebrate the Cubs Hall of Fame class of 2025. Friday is Sammy Sosa Day. Saturday is Derek Lee Day.
Luis Rengifo will foul it down the first baseline. Zach, go ahead.
And Pat, Sunday, both Sosa and Lee will have their Wrigley Field plaques unveiled and receive their Hall of Fame jackets on the field. Be here for it. Tickets are still available at Cubs.com/tickets. You know what that feels like.
Very special, to say the least. Ground ball to second, routine for Hoerner. He'll throw to first in time for Luis Rengifo, and that's out number 1. 1-0 Angels, second inning, and the batter is Travis d'Arnaud. Getting back to Jameson Taillon, Ron, his start the other night was significant. That was the one on Tuesday night, the second game of the day-night doubleheader. And his win allowed the Cubs to sweep the doubleheader and started this little surge, which has seen the Cubs win 5 out of 6.
Yeah.
But it started with that twin bill sweep on Tuesday.
Well, and I think the significance of that second game also is just how difficult it is to sweep a doubleheader.
Swinging a foul back out of play. Has it always been that way to you?
Always has. You play big league baseball, and, players are so, closely, the talents just don't vary all that much. There's some star players in the league, but, team to team, it's tough to outplay a team for 18 innings. It just is. And for the most part, you see this doubleheader split. And for the Cubs to sweep that doubleheader, that was a big deal and a great outing by Taillon.
Line down the left field line near the foul pole, and that's a foul ball. Hard hit ball by Travis d'Arnaud. D'Arnaud, Ron, I was reading about him earlier. He has not played in the series. He's been in the big league since 2013 as a catcher. He's got 129 big league home runs.
Yeah. Been in the league a long time.
Many of those with Atlanta. Here's a pop-up foul. Might be playable. It is for Carson Kelly. He's got it. Over near the first base dugout area, and that's out number 2. Cubs are down by a run in the second inning, and here's Nico Cavadas.
How nice pitch by Taillon. That's a little slider away, and d'Arnaud ran out of bat and just popped it straight up. Our reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
The big right-hander, Tyone, brings it. It's outside. Cubs starting pitching has been just outstanding in the last month or so. Fastball away. In the last 26 games, Cubs starting pitching has combined for a 2.74 ERA. That's the best in the major leagues in that span. That almost always leads to a lot of wins. Swinging a foul down the right field side.
Well, that's just the thing. If the Cubs can get their offense back on track, which they have the last few days, you get the offense back on track the way the starting pitching and the bullpen is done, you know, they're going to be a handful in September and October. They really are.
Cavadas takes a strike, 2-2. Cavadas 1 for 1, starting today for the first time in the series. And the 2-2 pitch, just a little bit inside. Cubs will have a day off tomorrow. Today they wrap up a stretch of 14 games in 13 days. And the pitch, fly ball to right down the line, shallow, over toward the line. Tucker, he's there, he's got it. 1-2-3 inning for Tyone. We go to inning number 3. Angels 1, Cubs nothing on the score. And the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to present you signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that future you can't use? And since your rapid rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward future you with a future flight. Sign up for rapid rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All rapid rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
This Bosch 2-in-1 impact driver rules.
Oh, yeah!
That couldn't have been.
Macho Man Randy Savage indeed. Yeah, a.k.a. Uriner Bosch. I'm a macho manifestation of that feeling you get when you use that 2-in-1 impact driver.
Oh, yeah?
Nah, say it with your chest, brother. Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah!
We'll work on that. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Come see what's cooking in Des Moines, Iowa, where there's something for every taste. The crispy hash browns at Waveland Cafe, a sizzling bacon-glazed pork chop at Oak Park, the snap of a foot-long hot dog at an Cubs game, a 2-foot State Fair lobster roll that has cameras clicking and mouths watering. Hungry yet? Come to Des Moines and try everything. I guarantee you'll come back for seconds. Plan your foodie feast at catchdesmoines.com, because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent.
Hefty trash bags, the official trash bags of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty, ultra-strong trash bags resist rips, tears, and leaks. Strength that's anything but ordinary.
Hefty. Dansby Swanson's on deck for the Cubs. Who's on deck is brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com.
Dansby Swanson, Matt Shaw, and Michael Busch coming up against Kyle Hendricks here in the third. And the pitch on the way to Dansby is swinging a foul back. Swanson in the series, 2 for 7. Let's see if he can start a rally here in the third. Nice to have John Lowe in our broadcast booth. John, a Hall of Fame baseball writer. Many years in Detroit. Lives here in Southern California. The 0-1 pitch fouled away off to the right and out of play. And we had some lunch together. I know you've seen him this whole weekend as well. And we were talking about double headers. And I said, John, any idea what percentage of double headers end up in a split as opposed to a sweep? Here's the 0-2, and he's looking up that data right now.
He just gave me the numbers. So a study done from 2002 to 2014 showed 55% of doubleheaders were sweeps.
Wow, that is surprising. Here's the 1-2 hit on the ground to short, fielded by Neto, and the throw to first in time. That's very surprising. 55% were sweeps. I never would have guessed that.
No, you and I were kind of guessing the 70-30 split. Yeah.
And we thank John, and he said he was honored to do so. And when he submits an invoice to us, I'm not sure if we'll be honored, but.
Yeah. R-O-S-E-N, Rosen. That's where it goes.
Matt Shaw will take a strike.
I will say this. I don't know if there's any broadcast team in baseball with somebody that's helping out the broadcast any better than we're doing right now. I can tell you that. There's not two Hall of Famers doing it in any broadcast. I guarantee you right now that's helping the broadcast. Just call me crazy. I don't know.
Never to your face, Ron.
Yeah, well, you can. We've been friends a long time now. It's okay.
Well, as you say that, I've never had too many people say, Pat, you're just too darn normal. You just are. So I know the feeling.
No wonder we get along.
Wasn't there a Mr. Normal in a song by The Who? We Don't Get Fooled Again, possibly?
Yeah.
Have to look that one up.
Mr. Normal.
John, when you're done with that doubleheader info, here comes the 0-2 pitch from Hendricks. Line down the left field line. That's going to be in there near the wall. Fair ball bouncing up into the stands. Ground rule double. Matt Shaw, a low line drive. It's about 330 to the pole in left and right. That ball landed on the track, and the wall is only 5 feet high in the corner. Actually 4 feet high now that I look at it. And it jumped up into the stands for a ground rule double with one away.
Shaw got a little change up down and in, and he stayed right on. It might have been a two-seamer also. He went down and in. The ball's running down and in, and he stays right on it and hooks this ball and just barely keeps it fair as it hit the warning track down along the side wall and bounced into the stands.
See if Michael Busch can drive in a run, get this game tied up. Cubs down by a run. Shaw continues to get his hits. Busch grounded out his first time. Pickoff throw to second, not in time. Cubs wearing their traveling grays, gray shirts and trousers, red numbers on their backs, blue hats and helmets and sleeves and socks. Angels in their home whites, the bright white shirts today with red hats, helmets, numbers. And the pitch taken high for a ball. Shaw acted like he was going to try to steal a bag, and he blew a tire.
Yeah.
And fell after about 2 hard steps, leaving second base, and was lucky that he was able to get up and get back to second. I'm sure none of his teammates will mention that.
No.
There's the 1-1, a little tapper to the mound, fielded by Hendricks. He'll underhand it to Cavadas. On the play, Shaw goes to third. And 2 down, a man at third, the batter Kyle Tucker. Shaw appears to be okay. Might be a little embarrassed.
Well, he ran so fast, he ran right out of his shoe. I didn't have that problem when I was playing partner.
Not a big issue?
No.
Let's see if Tucker can drive in a run here. He's got 6 RBIs in the series, and he takes the strike.
I would be shocked if Kyle gets a pitch in the inner half in the strike zone in any of his at-bats. We'll see how this works out if he continues to get pitches running away from him, whether it be fastball or changeup.
Tucker takes low and away. Kyle against Kyle. Hendricks against Tucker. You don't see many wild pitches from Hendricks. But Shaw, just in case, has a pretty good lead in foul territory at third. Pitch on the way to Kyle Tucker. Line drive, left field, base hit, tie game. Coming in to score on the play is Matt Shaw. And Kyle Tucker delivers an opposite field run-scoring single. His 7th run batted in the series, and it's a brand-new ball game.
Boy, when you can tell when a guy is back on track, he takes this pitch running away from him, and he smokes this ball left field. You know, there was a month period where you never saw a ball go to that side of second base off the bat of Kyle Tucker, and now he's hit 3 home runs to the seats in right And now a line drive bullet to left.
Suzuki takes a strike. Seiya fly to center. Here's another guy the Cubs need to get going. Seiya Suzuki, his average down to 242. Fly to center his first time today. The pitch. Seiya takes outside. It's 1-1.
RBIs by Cubs batters. They're sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old.
Tucker's 69th run batted in and his 7th in this series. Throw to first. Diving back in is Tucker. Is there a chance he would be running here?
There could be. Kyle, the one thing about Kyle through the years is he can be slow to the plate. He's got a high leg kick, so he does give base stealers a chance.
The 1-1 is swung on and missed.
And that time there, he slide steps, so that changes program. You got to pick which pitch you're going to go on because he can have a high leg kick, and that last one definitely not his normal delivery.
A run in, 2 down, game tied, 3rd inning. Seiya swings and misses, strike 3. Cubs get a run on 2 hits, leave 1. Middle of inning number 3 on a hot day in L.A. Cubs 1, Angels 1 on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Great Cubs guests all season long. Rahimi and Harris, middays 10 a.m. to 2 on The Score.
Tired of losing power? Feeling powerless? Call Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, Electric today for a free estimate on a whole home standby generator. Never be without power again. Fully installed systems starting at just $99 a month. Power your sump pump, your fridge, your freezer, your garage doors, your heating and cooling so your home stays safe and comfortable. Four Seasons is the largest and most award-winning Generac dealer in Illinois.
Right reasons. Call it 664 Seasons.
All right, fans, time to stretch those legs and maybe your budget. It's the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha, where buying a car is as easy as singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." No stress, no fastballs high and inside. Just friendly folks, fair prices, and a lineup full of all-star Subarus. Take the short drive north and see why there's a lot to love about Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. It's a grand slam experience every time. Visit ZieglerSubaruKenosha.com.
Here's a club you want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, a leader in comprehensive orthopedic care. Visit IBJI.com for locations.
Bottom 3, Cubs and Angels inside at 1. It's sunny and 89 degrees at Angels Stadium. Time and temperature sponsored by Circa Sports Illinois. Bet like the pros and download the Circa Sports app today. Mac?
All right, Zach will be along in the 5th inning to work some play-by-play. As we go to inning number 3, bottom half, Jamison Tyone and the Cubs even with the Angels, 1-1. We're going to play the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. We better make our picks here. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. I'm going to guess 22,322. 22322. Christian Moore waits. The 0-2 pitch, just a little bit high.
I'm going to say 27,000.
I'm going to go 30,000 on the dot.
So we are all locked in. Here comes the 1-2 to Moore. Rolled on the ground to the right side to his left corner. Makes the pick and a quick throw to get him. One second baseman bounces out to the other, and the batter is Bryce Teodosio.
Another good pitch by Tyone. A little soft breaking ball away and got more out in front. He stayed on it enough to put it in play at least, but routine play for Nico.
Uniform descriptions brought to you by Benjamin Moore. On the field or the walls of your home. Here's a fly ball, shallow right center. Drifting in is Tucker, makes a sliding catch. Nice play by the right fielder, out number 2 as Teodosio is retired. And the batter is Zach Neto. But Benjamin Moore, they sponsor the uniform descriptions. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. Zach Neto, the batter. Neto will take down low, thinking of Tucker making that sliding catch. Sometimes, Ron, I know as an amateur, when you'd get a few hits, it would fire you up defensively as well. And you'd be a little more energetic going after balls.
Yeah, I just think your whole, your frame of mind, everything, we're human. And, when you're scuffling, in a part of our game that you've been so extremely successful at, and you're just having a hard time, it wears on you. There's no doubt.
Neto will take ball 3.
Designated hitters in this game for the Cubs. That's Suzuki. They're sponsored by Fireplace and Chimney Authority. Here it is. Book now, burn later, skip the rush.
It is really good writing.
Uh-huh. I wish I could say I wrote it, but kind of happy I did.
I'm surprised you didn't. Here all this time, I thought you had been agonizing over the balance of the sentence and structure.
All these years you've known me, that's what you thought, huh?
I'm so disillusioned. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swinging a foul back. In the count 3-2. See, you could have just taken credit for it and said thank you. Appreciate it. It's an option.
It's an option. A friend of mine has always said it's good to have options.
It sure is. And sometimes you really need them. Here's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Tyone strikes out Neto. We go to inning number 4. Cubs 1, Angels 1 on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Craig Counsell. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Is your chimney clean? Gas fireplace service? Fireplace and Chimney Authority helps keep your home safe and ready for the season. We're your trusted local experts for all repairs and maintenance. Visit fireplaceandchimneyauthority.com.
Step right up and gaze into my crystal ball. I see flashing lights, spinning reels, and a big win. This August, you have a ticket to a cash carnival at Potawatomi. Play with your rewards card and earn entries to win your share of $300,000 in cash and prizes. Prize drawings every Thursday through August 28th. Your fortune awaits only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
It's time for a career that works as hard as you do. Get hands-on training that fits your life at Lincoln Tech's Melrose Park campus and get job ready in about a year. Because your future isn't someday, it's today. Visit lincolntech.edu for info.
Hey, it's David Hoffer, Chef IQ. You know the feeling when you're about to cut into a juicy steak and hope it tastes as perfect as it looks? That sounds delicious. Worry no more. The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates undercooking or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat, whether on a stovetop, oven, or grill. The probe is inserted into your food, connected wirelessly to an app. Once you select your desired doneness, the app alerts you when to take the steaks off the grill or the turkey out of the oven. It's that simple. Order one now on chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
James Hardie Building Products knows how important your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. James Hardie is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardie Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
The Out-of-Town Scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. In Milwaukee, the Brewers now have a 3-2 lead over the Giants. Last of the 7th, Caleb Durbin with a solo shot to put Milwaukee ahead.
First pitch by Hendricks here in inning number 4 to Pete Crow Armstrong is taken high. What else you got, Zach?
Middle 2 in Tampa. Cardinals and Rays are scoreless.
Here comes the 1-0. Pete takes outside.
Bottom of the 7th inning in Texas. It's the Rangers on top of the Guardians 5-0. Wyatt Langford with a 2-run single. They're in the top of the 3rd in Arizona. The Diamondbacks strike first, a 1-0 lead over the Reds. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. a sac fly.
Crow Armstrong pops it up, foul, right side. Cavadas, the first baseman, over near the dugout, makes the catch. One down, the batter Carson Kelly.
In the top of the third in San Diego, the Dodgers with a 1-0 lead over the Padres. Bottom two in Seattle, the Mariners 5, the A's 1. Cal Raleigh with a couple of home runs in that game. Numbers 48 and 49 for Raleigh this season. Wow.
Pretty healthy total before the end of August. Carson Kelly will take low and in.
Think of that, too. That's for a catcher.
A catcher.
Right?
And think of the night games in Seattle with that heavy Pacific air. Ball doesn't really carry that well. Pretty impressive. Swinging a smash foul on the ground toward third.
There are a bunch of finals on the board. The Pirates shut out the Rockies 4-0. Paul Skeens picks up his 8th win of the year. The Orioles, a 3-2 winner over the Astros. It was the Phillies 3, Nationals 2. The Braves beat the Mets 4-3. Jerickson Profar with the go-ahead single.
Kelly looks at a strike from Kyle Hendricks. Hendricks pitching well.
The Royals outslugged the Tigers 10-8. Vinny Pasquantino hit a 2-run home run. Marlins beat the Blue Jays 5-3.
Thanks to Zach for the updates. Here it is a 1-1 game. Top of inning number 4. One away, bases empty. A hot day in L.A. Swinging a pop fly, shallow center. Neto, the shortstop, going out and making the catch. Not a whole lot of solid contact against Kyle Hendricks.
No, he is, a couple things he's got going. He's got command of both sides of the plate with different speeds. That's pitching at its finest, right? His best fastball today, I think, has been 88 miles an hour. Changeup is somewhere around 80 to 79. And he's throwing that little cut fastball that he runs away from the righties. He is not pitched in the middle of the plate hardly at all game long.
Ian Happ takes ball 1. That's always been one of the most impressive things about Kyle Hendricks. Just the finesse and the intelligence and the command. Just to start with 3 of the components. He works quickly. He's not overthrowing. And when he misses, it's usually by just a couple of inches, never by a foot or 2. Here comes the windup and the 2-0 pitch. Happ takes outside. And I would say, just as an amateur umpire, Ron, when a guy's always around the plate pitching, you're going to give him a few pitches. And I think big league umpires probably are somewhat similar.
I would agree. And I think umpires get into a rhythm of the game just like players do.
This one is outside, ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to Ian Happ. Happ has some running speed. Now with 2 outs in a tie game in the 4th inning, Nico coming up. Do you think Happ might try to steal?
It's sure possible. The other thing, too, is the hit and run comes into play. Kyle's always around the plate. Nico handles the bat real well. If you see that Kyle is going to slide step. Now, we talked about that last inning, and he was not picking his leg up and slow to the plate. He was slide stepping. So we'll have to see what he does here.
Happ leads, not running. Horner pokes it foul. Walks to Cub batter, sponsored by It'sNotAGameIllinois.com. Remember, a walk is free, a DUI is not. Drive sober or get pulled over. Now the next pitch. Nico takes way outside for a ball. Defense pretty much straight away for Nico. You have to play him that way. He sprays the ball all around. And he hits a pop fly shallow right. Long run for Adele coming in. That ball lands foul. It landed just foul. The second baseman, Moore, frantically racing over, slid and came the closest to catching it, but it landed foul, untouched by about a foot.
But for a long time, I thought that ball was going to bounce in fair territory and land. I really didn't think anybody was going to have a chance of getting to it. They did not. But it just, as you said, landed foul.
Defensive alignment that we talk about, sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling, handled. Learn more at FitzgeraldEquipment.com. The 1-2 to Nico fouled away. Hendricks jammed him with an inside fastball.
Fourth inning sponsored by Wintrust, home of the exclusive Cubs debit card, member FDIC, EHL lender.
Right-hander to right-hander. Toss to first, not in time. Sometimes with 2 strikes, the likelihood of a stolen base increases. Let's see if this is the case here. Happ has his lead. He's not going. Horner takes inside. It's 2-2.
Well, Kyle's double up inside against Horner. Does he go to the third pitch in? Because I know he feels like Nico is trying to cover the outside corner.
Swinging a drive toward left center. On the run is Ward, and he can't get it. It bounces past him all the way to the wall. Happ racing around third. He will score on a double by Nico Horner, and the Cubs take a 2-1 lead. And listen to the Cub fans here in Southern Cal.
Yeah, there's a ton of them behind that Cubs dugout all the way down the right field line. There has been all weekend. And the third pitch inside to Nico. And this one, they don't quite get it in there far enough, and Nico hammers this ball in the gap. Ward cuts straight across. It's his only chance of catching this ball. And he lays out for it and just doesn't come up with this ball. Carries better than he probably thought. As we were talking about the ball carrying here on this hot day, it carries past him, and it ends up being an RBI double.
And that's a deep alley where that ball went. It landed near the 390 sign as it rolled up against the barrier. By the time Teodosio, the center fielder, and Ward could track it down, Happ had scored all the way from first. RBI number 50 for Nico Horner. Runs batted in for the Chicago Cubs this season. RBIs sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old. Cubs have their first lead of the day. And now with 2 outs, let's see if Dansby Swanson can drive in Horner. Nico leads at second. Swanson bounced out his first time. Takes a breaking ball outside, ball 1. Happ racing home, running with the crack of the bat, scored from first. And the 1-0 bounced foul. Now, that's an activity that will get your heart pumping on a day like today, running all the way from first to home and scoring a run.
Yep.
It's a 90-foot sprint with a couple of turns. 90-yard sprint.
90-yard sprint. There you go.
Here's the 1-1. Outside for a ball.
Yeah, it is really hot. It always has been. When you play here in Anaheim on this field, it gets very warm. There are a lot of times that the weather is just perfect here, but when they get these hot stretches like they got now, it's very hot on this field.
Swanson pops it up right side. First baseman making the catch. Cavadas, you could tell, battling a tough sun, able to make the catch to end the inning. The Cubs take the lead. A clutch RBI double by Nico Horner. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Cubs 2, Angels 1. On the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here with Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and All-Star Ron Coomer on the Cubs Radio Network.
It's time for the Nissan End of Summer Sales Event.
The what now?
The Nissan End of Summer Sales Event.
End of summer?
Yes, Nissan End of Summer.
But I have so many more hot dogs to grill. It was just starting to get good.
Sales event. Here to help you keep your summer in gear.
That sounds interesting.
Test drive the best-selling Nissan Rogue with more standard power.
Cool.
The rugged Nissan Frontier with a standard V6.
Nice.
Or the adventure-ready Nissan Pathfinder or Nissan Murano.
I better hurry in.
To the Nissan End of Summer Sales Event and see why J.D. Power ranks Nissan number 1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands.
Number 1?
Yes, number 1. Get 0% APR for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Rogue, Pathfinder, or Murano. For JD Power 2025 US IQS award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year for well-qualified buyers. Available from new dealer stock. Example: 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $1,667 per month per thousand finance. Actual down payment may vary, subject to NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 9/2/25.
Hi, it's Lou Manfredini for the Gilkey Window Company. I've been talking about these windows for 25 years. The Gilkey family has been making these windows for 45 years. They make, in my opinion, the best windows and doors you could put in your home. I put them in my home. You can do the same now during their summer special. Get $375 off each window, $1,000 off their really nice patio doors with no money down. Call 888-3-GILKEY. That's 888-3-GILKEY or visit Gilkey.com.
Hefty Trash Bags, the official trash bags of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty Ultra Strong Trash Bags resist rips, tears, and leaks. Strength that's anything but ordinary.
Hefty, hefty, hefty. Leaders are sponsored by American Sail. Bring the fun to home.
Mike Trout takes high. Zach, what else you got?
Aaron Judge is the major league leader in batting average, hitting at .326.
Imagine that with all the good hitters. It's a big slugger who is leading in batting average. Amazing. 2-0 on Trout. Be careful here. Pitch on the way, and he checks. No swing on a pitch down low.
Speaking of sluggers, Cal Raleigh, you mentioned earlier, a pair of home runs, so he now leads the majors with 49 bombs this season. And former Cub Kyle Schwarber, the RBI leader, with 109.
3-0 pitch. Trout looking at a strike. Trout without a hit in 7 at-bats in the series. Strong right-handed batter, not real tall, but extremely powerful. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. 3-2. Ward and Adele to follow. Tyone working with the lead today for the first time in this inning. 2-1 Cubs, the 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Trout not only is 0 for 8 in the series, but he has struck out 5 times.
Yesterday, Horton went right after him with high fastballs, and Trout was just unable to catch up with some of the high heaters. And that last at bat, that's the pitch that finished him off, is a high fastball by Tyone.
Taylor Ward will take a strike. 10 for ID. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams on the Spiegel and Holmes Show. Afternoons 2 to 6 on The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network. WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, an Odyssey sports station.
Tyone fires another strike, and it's 0-2 on Taylor Ward. Ward homered to left for the Angels run. He takes high. Tyone, big, strong right-hander. Beat Milwaukee his last time out. And now the 1-2. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. A breaking ball that ended up down in the dust. And it fooled Taylor Ward, and that's out number 2. And it's strikeout number 3 in a row for Jamison Tyone.
Now, great command so far in the ballgame for Tyone. As we talked about in the open of that being important. And then he's been pitching ahead, and that really makes hitters vulnerable for that good breaking ball that he has.
Fly ball to shallow right center, base hit over the head of Horner. Joe Adele with a bloop single. And the cleanup hitter is at first with 2 down. That snaps a string of 9 consecutive batters retired by Jamison Tyone. And the batter is Luis Rengifo.
Another good pitch by J-Mo. He comes in on Adele and probably broke his bat, but he just muscled that ball out through the middle of the diamond.
Pitch to Rengifo is outside. Rengifo waits for the 1-0 and takes the fastball away, and the count now 2-0. Not much hitting in the game. 3 for the Cubs, 2 for the Angels. Now the 2-0. Pulled sharply on the ground, foul pass first.
Yeah, both guys have great command today. They do it a little different. Kyle with a little more of a power approach to pitching. Good fastball and good tight slider. Kyle, the back and forth of speeds.
2-1 to Rengifo. Strike 2 called. No game tomorrow. Cubs and Giants. Starting at 8:45 Central Time, both Tuesday night and Wednesday night. Cubs have not announced their starters for any of the 3 games. Justin Verlander will start against the Cubs on Tuesday night. Now the 2-2. Check swing. Did he go? No swing. Boy, that was close. Sure looked like he may have swung at that pitch from where we are.
See, he almost swung all the way around.
Yeah, that's got to be called a strike.
I don't know how you missed that one.
Quinn Wolcott at third. The runner leads and runs, and the pitch popped up way up there near the second base bag. Dansby Swanson dancing underneath it and makes the catch to end the inning. No runs for the Angels. Zach Zaidman joins Ron Coomer in a moment. At the end of 4, Cubs 2, Angels 1 on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Ian Happ. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Organ failure takes more than strength to overcome. It takes expertise. Loyola Medicine's transplant program is among the most experienced in Illinois, with innovative approaches like gene expression profiling and robotic-assisted surgery. When the odds are long, we bring precision, compassion, and hope. At Loyola Medicine, tough is what we do and who we are. Visit loyolamedicine.org/tough.
This is Around the League in Rhythm, presented by Pfizer Eliquis, helping you stay in rhythm, just like the game's best. After being traded to Seattle at the deadline from Cleveland, the newly placed first baseman has an amazing stat line. Sometimes a change of scenery is all you need to get back into rhythm. Baseball's all about timing, rhythm, and heart. And whether it's a walk-off hit or a perfectly turned double play, the game always finds its feet. Around the League is brought to you by Pfizer's Eliquis, helping reduce the risk of stroke from atrial fibrillation not caused by a heart valve problem, because staying in rhythm matters, on and off the field.
Back to school is just around the corner. And if summer has wreaked havoc on your kid's hair, Great Clips is here to help. From overgrown mops to tangled tresses, you can use online check-in to get a haircut worthy of those first aid picks. Faster, at low prices that'll make you smile. So what are you waiting for? It's time to say goodbye to summer shaggy and hello to school year sharp. Download the Great Clips app today. Back to school haircuts at Great Clips. It's gonna be great. You deserve a car that thrills you. And Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com today.
Alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman with you. We're coming to you live all season long for the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Top of the 5th here in Anaheim. It's the Cubs leading the Los Angeles Angels 2-1. Matt Shaw digs in against former Cub Kyle Hendricks, who faces home plate, hands above the head, high leg kick and pitch. And it's in there for strike, slow-moving breaking ball. 0-1 on Shaw, who doubled and scored a run in the 3rd. Hendricks works his motion and deals. The 0-1 delivery is a swing and a miss. Shaw way out in front of a vintage Hendricks change. 0-2.
Well, Shaw, the guy, probably been a couple hard hit balls. Tucker hit a bullet to left, and Shaw with the ground roll double down the left field line. Nico's ball was hit very hard, too, to left center. Not many balls hit hard off Kyle in the first half of the game.
Shaw grounds one softly to second, picked up by Moore. The throw to first in time to get a hustling Shaw. 1 away. Yeah, Horner had an RBI double in the 4th that broke a 1-all tie for Horner. RBI number 50 on the year. 2-1 Cubs here with 1 down in the 5th.
Now Michael Busch to plate. Busch, he's grounded out to the same area. He grounded out to first and then a 1-3. So he's hooked both of these. See if he can get Kyle, just get more on speed with Kyle as he takes that first pitch up and in for a strike.
That was a fastball from Hendricks, clocked at 87 miles per hour. Now the 0-1. Bush takes a ball outside, a change that missed, 1-1 the count. The Angels, with their defensive alignment at the moment, essentially vacating the traditional third base position. Rengifo is playing where a shortstop normally would. And the pitch. Pulled on the ground, through it, right field for a base hit. Right between the first baseman, Cavadis, and the second baseman, Moore. So Bush reaches with a single. Comes with one away here in the fifth inning.
Now Michael stays back just long enough as he hooks this ball on the ground, but hits it sharply past the infield on the right side. Good at bat from Michael.
So Bush with good speed at first. 1 on, 1 out for the Cubs here in the fifth. And here comes Kyle Tucker. This has been Kyle's series. A ribby single in the third. The pitch by Hendricks is outside to Tucker. 1-0 the count.
It was interesting going into this series, talking to some old friends, Tim Salmon in particular, talking about Tucker and his ability to hit against the Angels through the years.
Tucker takes a ball low. It's 2-0.
And he said, well, if he's going to get back on track, it's going to be here against us because he has just wore out the Angels through the years playing in Houston. And glad Timmy was right.
Tucker with 3 home runs this weekend. He was absolutely right. The pitch is outside. 3-0 on Tucker.
Timmy said, he's wore us out. And, he is good at bats. And it was right on time because Tuck has swung the bat exceptionally well in this series.
Yeah, not only 3 home runs, 7 RBIs, including the ribby single in the third. The pitch, Tucker swings, pops it up. Foul territory off to the left. The catcher, Darno, giving chase, but this one is behind the Angels' dugout along the third base line in the stands. So 3-1 the count.
But it's the swings and it's the foul balls. It's putting the barrel of the bat on the ball. Like that last pop-up, that ball's hit a mile in the air behind home plate. That ball is barreled up. It's just mishit, as far as not squaring it up, but he got it right on the barrel and hit it a mile up. He is on time now, and he's getting the barrel of the bat to the baseball. The adjustments he has made has been impressive here going into this series.
Tucker takes ball 4 low, and now the Cubs have something cooking here with just 1 away in the top of the fifth. Bush at second, Tucker at first, and here comes Seiya Suzuki. Cubs leading the Angels 2-1.
Yeah, for Tuck, he's getting his hands going, back through the middle of the diamond, and now he's able to handle a lot of pitches. His hands were not doing that for over a month. They were starting out, the swing would start out going away from him and then around the ball as opposed to hands close to his body going back at the pitcher. Yeah, and he is on time now.
Righty-righty matchup as Suzuki digs in. Here's the pitch by Hendricks. Seiya swings and misses. Took a big rip at a changeup and came up empty. 0-1.
Little cut changeup from Kyle. That pitch right in the middle of the plate. Seiya well out in front.
Seiya on the year with 27 home runs, but he's been struggling mightily. Here's the pitch. Seiya swings, lines one into left center field. It drops in for a base hit. And stopping at third base is Bush. Now the Cubs have the bases loaded with just 1 away, and cleanup man Pete Crow Armstrong due up. Seiya didn't hit it hard, but he found a hole.
A little breaking ball away from Kyle Hendricks. Right on the outside corner. Seiya hits this ball right off the end of the bat and dumps it in the short left. Bushy did not get a very good read on that ball. Wasn't quite sure, so he held his ground. And he's only able to advance 90 feet. And the Cubs with the bases loaded.
And they've got a 2-1 lead. And let's see if the Angels decide to make a pitching change here. As interim manager Ray Montgomery is on the mound, and he signaled to the bullpen. That's going to be all for Kyle Hendricks. His afternoon is done, and the Cubs are threatening here in the top of the fifth. They've got the bases loaded, and listen to this ovation here in Anaheim
From the
Cubs fans.
From the Cub fans, absolutely.
As Kyle Hendricks walks back to the Angels dugout along the third base line. So again, the Cubs have the bases loaded here in the top of the fifth, just one away. Cleanup man Pete Crow Armstrong due up. All opponent pitching changes are sponsored by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit sloan.com. Let's take a break. This is The Score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here with Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and All-Star Ron Coomer on the Cubs Radio Network.
There's nothing better than watching the game live. And with Xfinity Sports and News TV, you can stream over 50 live channels for $150 less than YouTube TV per year. From game time to prime time. It's the local channels you love, the news channels you need, and the sports channels you can't live without. History-making moments aren't going to wait for you, and replays never do it justice. So get Xfinity Sports and News TV today for all the live action you could want. Plus, you can save even more with Peacock Premium. A $7.99 a month value included at no extra cost. Xfinity Sports and News TV. The live TV you love with savings you'll love even more. To learn more, go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Savings compares Xfinity Sports and News TV at $70 per month and YouTube TV at $82.99 per month.
Former Cub left-handed reliever Andrew Chafin is on the mound for the Angels here in the top half of the fifth inning. Cubs are threatening. They loaded the bases before Kyle Hendricks was removed from the game. Just one away. Pete Crow Armstrong, the cleanup man, due up. Cubs have a 2-1 lead over the Angels here in the finale of this three-game set. Cubs looking to complete the sweep. Chafin began the year with Washington and was traded over here to the Angels at the deadline. With the Angels, 10 appearances, 2.16 ERA.
Now Cubs need a big swing of the bat from Pete Crow Armstrong. Got a big gap in right center field. Probably going to have to hit the breaking ball from Chafin.
Corner infielders are in. Here's the pitch. And Crow Armstrong hits a high fly ball, shallow right. Coming in, making the catch, Adele. Tagging and coming home is Bush. Here's the throw. It's not in time. Sliding in safely is Bush. The throw a little offline up the third base line. And the Cubs extend the lead. Now up 3-1 over the Angels here in the fifth. Nice fly for Pete Crow Armstrong. And advancing to third on the play, Tucker.
Now Chafin spins a little breaking ball, but this one stays inside to Pete. And doesn't quite get the barrel on it, but just kind of muscles this ball out there to medium deep right field and drives into Cubs' third run of the ball game.
So 3-1 Cubs, 2 down, top of the fifth. Coombe. Cubs have men at the corners. Tucker at third, Suzuki at first, and the batter is Carson Kelly. Right-handed hitter. He's 0 for 2 today, but facing the left-hander Chafin, who peers in, gets the sign from his catcher Darno. Straightens up, sets at the belt, looks at first. That's where Seiya is, and the pitch. In there for a strike. Sinking fastball.
Huge hole on the right side of the diamond. Moore playing right up the middle. He could 15 hopper through the right side would drive in another Cubs run.
The next pitch is low. 1-1 the count. The Angels' first baseman Cavadas holding on Seiya, who extends his lead off the first base bag. Tucker's at third. A long set. Now the pitch. Kelly grounds one through into that hole in right. A base hit. Tucker comes in to score. RBI single for Carson Kelly. It's now 4-1 Cubs here in the fifth. Stopping at second, Suzuki.
By just seeing it and looking at the field and what teams are trying to do, and then you get a left-hander out there, and you know eventually he's going to run that ball away from you. You've got the whole right side of the diamond. It's like a layup. All you got to do is put the barrel of the bat on it and serve it the other way, not do anything special. And that's exactly what the veteran catcher Kelly does. Excellent at bat and drives into Cubs' fourth run.
And they're looking for more. Ian Happ at the plate. Takes a ball low, 1-0 the count.
I love watching guys pay attention to what's happening on the field. Carson, as a catcher, he does it every day, and he has been a very good addition to this Cubs club all year. He drives in another big run.
The next pitch is a breaking ball that spins into the zone for strike. 1-1. Happ at the plate, a switch hitter now batting from the right side against the left-hander Chafin. Suzuki at second. Kelly at first. 2 away. 4-1 Cubs. The pitch. In the dirt, blocked by the catcher Darno. The runners stay where they are at first and second. So 2-1 the count on Happ. RBIs by Cubs batters are sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old. Cubs have scored twice in this frame. Chafin delivers. Happ swings and pops it up. Foul territory off to the right. Cavadas, the first baseman, giving chase, but this one's in the stands. So 2-2.
I will say in this ball game, you don't see this happen very often at all, but when Kyle Hendricks came out of the game, there were thousands of Cub fans here giving him standing ovation. Pretty cool.
Hendricks will always be a Cub, no matter what uniform he plays in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. As Chafin gets Happ with a slider. Cubs leave 2, but also score 2. In the top of the 5th, they're up 4-1 over the Angels, middle 5. On the score, the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Dansby Swanson. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
There's nothing better than watching the game live. And with Xfinity Sports and News TV, you can stream over 50 live channels for $150 less than YouTube TV per year. From game time to prime time. It's the local channels you love, the news channels you need, and the sports channels you can't live without. History-making moments aren't going to wait for you, and replays never do it justice. So get Xfinity Sports and News TV today for all the live action you could want. Plus, you can save even more with Peacock Premium. A $7.99 a month value included at no extra cost. Xfinity Sports and News TV, the live TV you love, with savings you'll love even more. To learn more, go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Savings compares Xfinity Sports and News TV at $70 per month to YouTube TV at $82.99 per month.
Hey, Coom here. Labor Day in the Midwest means one thing. One last trip to the lake house before summer officially calls it a season. The grill is hot, coolers are packed, and if you're like me, you're bringing some Yingling along for the ride. Whether it's traditional lager, light lager, or flight, Yingling has a beer for every taste. Great beer, great company, and a little lake time. That's a winning combo in my book. Yingling, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
We're gearing up for another season, and you can too at Suits 2020 in Niles. More than just suits, casual wear, sportswear, and more. Suits 2020, the latest fashions at the lowest prices.
Boom, listen up. Oktoberfest is coming to the Wrigley Field campus September 19th through the 21st. Can I join you? Enjoy beer tents, rides, live music, authentic food, and family fun all weekend long. Tickets are on sale now at Cubs.com/Oktoberfest.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Oktoberfest just sounds like fun.
Yeah, even without hearing the details,
Yeah.
it's something you want to be a part of.
You know it's going to be good. Yeah, right?
Bottom of the 5th inning here in Anaheim. 4-1 Cubs. Jamison Tyone deals. Travis d'Arnaud swings. Bouncing ball back to first. Sliding stop. Knocked down by Bush. Picks it up. Underhand toss to Tyone. Covering the bag in time for out number 1. As d'Arnaud is retired, the first out brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming.
Little cue shot, and Bushy gets over there. I think he was debating, do I slide and try to get in front of it? Do I just try to catch it? And I think he got caught in between, and how about he just corralled it? Flips it over to Tyone to get the out.
Did a little bit of everything on that play. Nico Cavadas at the plate, left-handed hitter, and looks at a ball outside from Tyone, 1-0. Bush, an exceptional athlete, 3-sport star in high school. Here comes the 1-0. Cavadas looks at a strike. 1-1 the count. Tyone with the high leg kick and pitch. Cavadas pops it up. Right side. Near the line, shallow right. It's Tucker. And the right fielder makes the catch, fighting the sun for out number 2.
This has been one of them ballparks during the day through the years that outfielders have had a hard time with the fly balls with the sun. There's no clouds. Now we see clouds way off in the distance, over the mountains looking out, but nothing right above. And this high sky can make it very difficult to see, if you're looking right into the sun.
Christian Moore takes a sinking fastball off the outside for ball 1. Right-handed batter, the pitch. Moore with a check swing and a pitch low and outside on appeal. No swing, says the first base umpire, Paul Clemens. 2 down here in the 5th. Cubs 4, Angels 1. Tyone working quickly. Here's the pitch. Moore lines one over a leaping Swanson in the left center field for a base hit. Man, Dansby got up high in the air, just over his reach. 2-out single for Moore.
Little topspin lob right over Dansby's head. 2-out hit for Moore. A little cutter away that he hooked in the left field for a base knock. Now, if you're J-Mo here with 2 outs in the 5th, you really just got to keep this ball in the ballpark.
Bryce Teodosio at the plate line. Oh, caught by Shaw. Angling toward the line almost on one knee. Snagged it with the backhand for out number 3. What a play.
Don't get much better than that. This is an absolute rocket to the backhand side of Shaw. He catches it, lands face first, 3rd out.
That's why they call it the hot corner. Cubs 4, Angels 1 after 5 on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Over 25 years ago, Invesco QQQ rethought the investing landscape by providing access to NASDAQ's 100 most innovative companies, all in one ETF. What's ahead for the next 25 years? Could it be flying cars, neural implants, electric planes? Nobody knows for sure. But one thing's for certain. You can gain access to that progress with Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco QQQ is the proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
There are risks when investing in ETFs, including possible loss of money. ETFs risks are similar to those of stocks. Investments in the tech sector are subject to greater risk and more volatility than more diversified investments. The NASDAQ 100 Index comprises the 100 largest non-financial companies on the NASDAQ. You can't invest directly into an index. Before investing, consider the fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Visit Invesco.com for a prospectus containing this information. Read it carefully before investing. Invesco is not affiliated with the Chicago Cubs. Invesco Distributors, Inc.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to present you signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that future you can't use? And since your rapid rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward future you with a future flight. Sign up for rapid rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All rapid rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
The clearance event is going on now at American Sale. Save up to 70% on pools, patio sets, and more. The clearance event, only at American Sale. Bring the fun home.
Nico Horner's on deck for the Cubs. Who's on deck? It's brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com.
All right, Zach, 6th inning here in Anaheim. Cubs leading by a score of 4-1, out hitting the Angels 6-3. And Nico Horner will lead it off. First pitch swung on and missed. Chase Silseth delivering a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Nico doubled his last time up. It drove in a run. That was in the 4th inning. That was the first, or rather the second Cubs run of the day, the one that gave them the lead. They added 2 more in the 5th and lead 4-1 here in the 6th inning. Next offering is high, 1-1 on Nico. Cubs trying to sweep all 3 in the series. Here's the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch fooled him. Well, I'm looking at the scoreboard. It's kind of a habit that I've developed my entire life. Not ashamed to admit that. Here's a pitch outside. Milwaukee is in the 9th inning. The Giants have just scored 2 in the top of the 8th inning to take a 4-3 lead over the Brewers. Here's a check swing roller. Tough play. Barehanded by the third baseman. His throw to first, not in time. Rengifo playing third. Barehanded the ball. Made a good play. Just didn't have time to get his man. Nico Horner, a guy who runs very well.
Yeah, it's one of those plays for the third baseman. The pitcher kind of chases this ball down, too. And to me, that's one of the things for a pitcher. If you have to go backwards to try to catch this ball or try to get it, you're better off just letting the infielder go after it. So it ends up being a check swing infield single for Nico Horner.
Here is Dansby Swanson batting. Trying to get some more information about that Giants-Brewers game. The Cubs trailing Milwaukee by 6 games at the start of the day. Cubs are leading 4-1 here in the 6th. And the Giants now have taken the lead in Milwaukee as Swanson takes a breaking ball inside. I said the 8th inning. I'm looking closer at this. That might be a 9th inning score. Zach?
Yeah, in the top of the 9th, Elliot Ramos with a 2-run single to put the Giants ahead. They're headed to the last of the 9th in Milwaukee. San Francisco 4, Milwaukee 3.
Swing and a miss by Dansby. And the count 1-1. Cubs will play the Giants in Northern California starting Tuesday night.
Yeah, well-needed off day tomorrow for the team after, as you've said, 14 games in 13 days.
Which included 5 against your arch rivals.
Do those count for extra, right? When you play in series like that, they have just more to it. Doesn't it seem that way?
They sure should. Here comes the 2-1 to Dansby. Little looper, shallow left. Right there is Ward making the catch. And that's out number 1. But to be very literal about your question, Ron, in a sense, they do mean more in the standings.
Yeah,
you don't have to worry about anybody else when you're playing them.
Yeah.
1 away, 1 on. Here is Matt Shaw.
Boy, what a great play Matty made to end the bottom of the 5th. I don't think there's been a ball hit harder in this game than that ball hit at him at third. Makes a great play on a line drive. Very difficult play in these day games with that line drive hit at you as a corner infielder.
You can lose it in the crowd?
Absolutely. The white shirts, it's just very difficult to pick the ball up off the bat and then continue looking into the stands with that ball coming at you at about 110 miles an hour.
Here's the bunt attempt. A good bunt, third base line, bobbled by the pitcher. Silseth and safe all around. That's going to be a bunt single for Matt Shaw. His second hit of the day. That's good thinking. And now time called. As there will be a trip to the mound, the Cubs with another scoring opportunity. 2 men on, 1 away for the top of the order, Michael Busch. Getting back to the play made by Shaw, Ron, at third. It was almost an optical illusion when I was watching it. It appeared the ball was actually past him.
Yeah.
And did you ever make catches like that where you think, I was lucky to catch it because I thought it was already by me?
Well, I think what happens is you're tracking it and your glove, you got your glove in front of you, and now you're kind of giving with the line drive, and your body kind of turns, your head turns and everything, and then the ball hits you at 110 miles an hour and drags you backwards, and it does look like you're catching the ball actually behind you.
That's exactly what happened. All right, 2 men on. Silseth still on the mound.
Now we need one in flight. And what's on tap in the 6th inning, sponsored by Flight by Yingling, next generation light beer. See if Michael can put one in flight and give the Cubs a big lead.
Busch 1 for 3 in the game. Scored a run after a 5th inning single. and he hits it foul off to the left out of play. Cubs trying to finish off a sweep in the 3-game series. Boy, there's a gap in right center at the moment. Now the right-hander delivers 0-1. Fastball strike.
Michael was looking for an off-speed pitch, I believe, and got the fastball right down the middle.
Cubs were down 1-0 early. They've scored in 3 consecutive innings to take a 4-1 lead, and threatening again here in the 5th or in the 6th. Pitch missing for a ball, 1-2 on Bush. Cubs have 8 hits. Now the right-hander ready, and the 1-2. Fastball too high, 2-2. Cubs RBIs, 4 different guys. Tucker, Horner, Crow Armstrong, and Kelly, all with an RBI. And the 2-2 from the Angel right-hander. And Bush swings and misses, strike 3, and that's out number 2. 2 gone, it's up to Kyle Tucker. Kyle must feel a sense of rejuvenation after the weekend he's had. And he's played a good role today. A single to drive in a run, and then a walk and a run scored in the 5th.
Well, and it's how he hit the single. He had a line drive bullet to left field. That is a big, big thing when you're struggling and you're being able to use the whole field now and drive the ball to your pull side.
Tucker takes outside for ball 1. We should get the attendance figure here shortly. Now the 1-0 pitch. Outside, he should get something to hit right here. We'll see. Selseth does not like that ball, so he tosses it aside.
I would guess he'd get another pitch fading away from him. Every ball that Tuck has got inner half, he's hitting the seats. I would think he's going to get another 2-seamer away.
3 homers in the series for Tucker. He takes outside. Any doubt that he has a green light on 3-0?
Well, I'd say this. If I were him, I wouldn't even look down there.
So you make the decision for yourself?
Yeah. He'd throw me a fastball inner half, and I'm going to try to hit it in the seats.
Now the 3-0. It's taken high, ball 4. Tucker is on for the, or was that a called strike?
Oh my.
I already had written down W for walk.
Yeah, me too.
Tucker had already unloosened his shin guard pad on his lower right leg.
Pitch not even close.
It is now 3-1 on Kyle Tucker. And the pitch there is high for ball 4. Now they're loaded with 2 down and a chance for a bundle of RBIs for Seiya Suzuki.
Now, Suzuki is another guy the Cubs need to get back on track, that's for sure. And if he can come through at a big base hit here, it would at least drive in 1, probably 2 for the Cubs.
Cubs lead by 3. The pitch to Seiya. Swing and a miss. Ron, from a technical batting standpoint, can you notice something that Seiya is doing that has put him into a little bit of a slump here?
I just don't think he's picking the ball up real well. I think he's jumping away from the pitches inside, and he's well out in front of the breaking pitch.
Outside, it's 1-1.
When you see that, when you're bailing out on a strike, whether it be fastball or breaking ball inside, you're not seeing the ball well, and then you're kind of cheating to get to that pitch, and he's out in front of the hook. He's just not seeing the ball well.
The 1-1. There's a strike.
There's the breaking ball. Middle of the plate, and he kind of flinched at it.
Bases full of Cubs. Seiya trying to break the game wide open. Cubs lead 4-1, sixth inning. And the 1-2. Fouled away. Lucky to make contact. That pitch was up about shoulder high out away from him. But when you've got two strikes, you got to protect.
Meat of the order. Sponsored by Chef IQ Sense. Never under or overcook your food again. Purchase now at chefiq.com.
Runners lead at all three stations. The 1-2. Bouncing ball to short. Gloved by Neto. Throws to third for the force out. And it's in time. An unusual 6-5 fielder's choice ends the inning. Cubs don't score, leave the maximum. It's on to the bottom of inning number 6. Cubs 4, Angels 1 on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday with Rahimi and Harris, 10 a.m. to 2 on the Score.
Experience design you feel in every detail, and technology as innovative as it is effortless with Buick. These are luxuries you don't have to wait for. This is Buick now. Buick, exceptional by design. Well-qualified buyers get 0.9% APR financing on 2025 Buick models. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners and lessees get $3,000 purchase allowance on Encore GX, $1,000 purchase allowance on Envision, $250 purchase allowance on Envista, and $500 purchase allowance on Enclave. Must be a current owner of a 2011 model year or newer non-GM vehicle or a current lessee of a 2020 model year or newer non-GM vehicle for at least 30 days prior to new vehicle sale. Length of contract limited. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 9/2/25.
Step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and more. Whether you're betting with the home team or scouting the next big matchup, take your swing with the Circa Sports app. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. That's circasports.com. Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit benjaminmoore.com today.
We're going to take a look at a little baseball history on this 24th of August. This date in baseball history brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. Now's the time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. 1983, a bizarre thing happened in Baltimore. Tippy Martinez, little left-handed reliever of yesteryear, picked off not one, not two, but 3 Blue Jays in one inning. Barry Bunnell, Dave Collins, and Willie Upshaw all were picked off by Tippy Martinez. Now, there's some extra notes. Baltimore was using an emergency catcher by the name of Len Sakata. First pitch from the new reliever Andrew Kittredge, fouled away by Zach Neto. Cubs lead 4-1. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. And so Martinez, sensitive to the fact that Sakata was
an infielder,
an emergency catcher, probably didn't really want to make too many throws on stolen base attempts, or any throws for that matter.
Just be happy you catch it when he throws its own plate.
So Tippy picked off 3 men in one inning, which is amazing to me, Ron. It really is.
Yeah, I would agree to that.
Zach Neto will hit a liner into left center. That's going to be a base hit. Grabbing it on one bounce is Happ and getting it back in. But the funny thing about that is, after you pick off the first guy, Barry Bunnell, if you get on, you're kind of weary, or wary, I guess the word is, W-A-R-Y. Dave Collins, though, he gets picked off.
Dave Collins, a good base stealer at the time. Yeah.
Now, after that, if you're the third guy, Willie Upshaw, you don't even take a lead.
No.
Do you?
No, you're in emergency stance over there at first. Just try not to hurt the team.
But apparently he did take a big lead, and he got picked off. 3 men in one inning in a big league game. Mike Trout, the batter. Trout swings at a pitch down low, running and safe at second base on a close play is Zach Neto. Close play. Nico had to grab a one-hop throw by Carson Kelly and try to swipe backhanded tag. No challenge by the Cubs. Stolen base for Neto.
Very nice play by Nico, trying to even come close to getting that tag on with that low throw.
0-2 on Trout. Swing and a miss, strike three. Trout is having, and I don't see him play all that often, but this has to be one of the worst series he's ever had. He is 0 for 9, Ron, with 6 strikeouts in the 3 games.
Think of that. You don't see that too often.
One away. Here is Taylor Ward taking a strike. John Lowe, the great baseball writer in our booth, we were talking about that incident involving Tippy Martinez, and he added some information that I found informative and amusing.
Yeah.
In the bottom of that inning, Len Sakata hit a walk-off game-winning home run. And they were asking him after the game, how did it feel? What was going through your mind? He said, I didn't want to do any more catching in that game.
Yeah, good for Lenny. One of my old coaches years ago in the minor leagues, one of my infield instructors. Great, great guy. You'd have loved him. I should have asked, did you get to know Lenny at all?
I saw him play many times.
Yeah.
That was when I first became a big league announcer, 1983. So I was aware of him, but no, I did not get to meet him.
Great guy. Great infield coach.
Taylor Ward waits for the 2-2 from Andrew Kittredge. Cubs lead 4-1, a bluff move to second, no throw.
Great sense of humor, very dry sense of humor. And when you're a young minor leaguer and he's trying to teach you something and you're not getting it, he would just wear you out. Everybody'd be laughing. It was pretty fun.
Here's a pitch down low, 3-2.
Great infield instructor, though. Great guy.
Speaking of great guys, Ernie Banks, 1971 on this date, hit the final home run of his career, number 512, against the Reds, against a pitcher by the name of Jim McLaughlin. Veteran fans will remember that name. 3-2 pitch, popped up, right side foul. Over near the stands is Bush. Does he have a play? No, it's just on the other side of the screen. 512 homers for Ernie Banks, all of them in a Cub uniform.
Yeah.
Something very special about that. Ward waiting for the 3-2. The pitch from Kittredge. Pulled sharply fair. Base hit down the left field line. This will drive in a run. And Ward is going to have an RBI double. And now it's a 4-2 ball game.
Fastball hit sharply. It's a little slider. Stays in the middle of the plate. And Ward gets on top of this ball and hammers it past Shaw and down, all the way down into the corner. And you got to let that ball kind of roll around the corner. Happ has to let it get to him. Can't go back into that corner and try to chase it. It'll be a double.
Tying run at the plate, Joe Adele. And Adele lines it foul past first. And Adele is a dangerous man, 29 home runs. Taylor Ward just drove in his 93rd run of the year, Ron. It's got pay raise written all over it.
Isn't that the truth?
The 0-1. Chopped foul at the plate.
I was listening to Zach's pregame show and the interview he did with John Lowe, and John talking a lot about some of the baseball and stats and things like that, but the RBI being a stat that has been kind of pushed aside a little bit. And you know how I feel about the RBI. There's two things that matter. who are the guys that score the runs and who are the guys that knock in the runs? Because you can't win without those two.
That simplifies things, doesn't it?
And the situational hitting, a great interview with Zach and John, and it's just, at the end of the day, you got to have those guys.
That makes an awful lot of sense, Ron. Here's the pitch by Kittredge. Low and outside to Adele. 1-2. And you're right. If you can get on base and score runs, that's valuable. And if you can drive them in, that's valuable.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-2. Bouncing ball toward third. Fair. Tough play for Shaw. Long throw in time, and the throw to third not in time. Nice play by Shaw. Backhanded the ball. Looked like the last hop was a little bit tricky. But Shaw made a long one-hop throw across the diamond in time to get the batter, Adele. Ward alertly ran to third on the throw and is safe at third base.
I think what happens here in Anaheim, and similar to Dodger Stadium, as it's really hot here today, that infield dirt has been baking now for a few hours without water on it, and that hop on the dirt will get a little extra bounce to it. And I think that's what happened to Shaw, but he made a nice play to get the out at first base.
2 down, bottom of the 6th. Cubs lead 4-2. That's a big runner at third right now.
Okay, good base running by Ward. When Shaw went down the line and catch this ball, as soon as he comes up throwing, Ward at second base takes off for third. Very alert. Cubs made a nice play. Bushy threw to third base, and Swanson put a tag on him, but Ward beat the throw. Good base running by Ward. Good play by the Cubs.
Now the 0-1 is outside. I like the little bluff move that Swanson made. He caught the throw and then turned and ran a couple of hard steps toward the dugout or toward the grandstand area as if to say, that ball is loose.
Yeah.
Hoping the runner would think, okay, I'm going to try to score. Little game of gotcha. Here's the 1-1. Dribble to the shortstop, a charging Swanson. Tough play, and that's going to be a base hit or an error. Dansby, you could tell, aggressively charging that bouncing ball, and he did not glove it cleanly. We'll wait to see how the score rules it. A run scores, and it's now a 1-run game.
They're going to give this an error, Pat, and this is one of those ground balls. It's right at, somewhere close to that second base bag where everybody's taking their lead off, and that ball hit that dirt area that we're talking about that's getting hard. And the ball bounced up, took a bad hop on Dansby, and hit him in the heel or in the wrist. No real chance. He comes in, and that ball kicks up. You're kind of at the mercy of the field.
He is charged with an error as the run scores. An unearned run. And now the Cubs have a precarious 3-2 advantage. This inning still alive for Travis d'Arnaud. And let's keep an eye on Rengifo at first. Rengifo, 5 steals. He's been caught 6 times. I would not think he's running here based on that percentage. Swinging a foul at the plate.
But here's where it goes back to teams and understanding the importance of getting an extra 90 feet, right? So now you get a ground ball in the infield, and Ward goes from second to third on a ground ball to third base. And because of the error, he scores another run.
That's a good point. Down low for a ball to count now 1-1. A left-hander throwing in the Cub bullpen, way out beyond the left field fence. Might be Taylor Rogers. Here comes the 1-1. Deep drive to left, trouble down the line. This ball is going to be a foul ball. Foul. Not by much. Right down the line and left. Third base umpire Quinn Wolcott did not run down the line. He just turned and called it foul. No argument, no challenge from the Angels. That was close. d'Arnaud waiting for the 1-2 from Kittredge. The runner goes. The pitch. Check swing. It's low. That's going to be a stolen base. Big jump on the pitcher, Kittredge, as Renhefo gets the stolen base.
Second stolen base of the inning for the Angels.
Renhefo, his 6th steal. And the pitch, check swing, it's low and outside. Angels have scored twice in the inning and now have the tying run in scoring position with 2 down. Kittredge trying to end this inning, and the 3-2. Pop fly foul and out of play. Right side. See if we can get an update from Milwaukee. Zach tracking the game between the Brewers and the Giants. Here comes the payoff pitch to d'Arnaud. Hit on the ground, left side, fielded by Shaw, plants the feet, throws to first to get him. The Angels score twice. 2 runs, 2 hits, an error, and a man left. It's on to inning number 7. Cubs 4, Angels 3. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Spiegel and Holmes on your ride home. Afternoons 2 to 6 on the Score.
Here's a club you want to get into. Club Citgo, the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
At Wintrust, our approach lets Cubs fans show their pride anytime, anywhere. With the Cubs debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, you don't just swipe, you make a statement. It's like a megaphone for your wallet, broadcasting Cubs pride with every transaction. Visit wintrust.com/Cubs to choose an eligible account and score your Cubs debit card. That's wintrust.com/Cubs. Wintrust, different approach, better results. Cubs debit card is not available at all Wintrust Community Banks charters. Member FDIC.
Mind the signs, avoid the fines. Can you respect the zone? Head to itsnotagameillinois.com to test your skills in our retro arcade game.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money line, spread, totals, player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Illinois. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer everyone should have. It eliminates under or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat to achieve perfection. Order one now at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk in the morning on the Mully and Haw Show, 5:30 to 10 on 670 The Score, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Top 7 here in California. It's the Cubs with a 4-3 lead over the Angels. The 7th inning is sponsored by the new Volvo XC90 designed for life. And Pat, final from Milwaukee, the Giants, a 4-3 winner over the Brewers.
Zach, thank you. That means if the Cubs hang on and they have a 4-3 lead heading into the 7th inning here in Anaheim, they will be just 5 games behind Milwaukee in a very eventful week. Cubs took 3 out of 5 against the Brewers at Wrigley. Cubs trying to sweep here. Brewers just lost 2 out of 3 to the Giants. As the ball is bunted back to Brock Burke, and he gloves it and throws to first. Pete Crow Armstrong trying to bunt, and he is thrown out. Brock Burke, tall, long-legged left-hander, made a good play, and that's out number 1.
Now, Pete tried to bunt this ball, and his thought process is right where he's trying to pull this bunt towards the second baseman. Problem was he didn't get a very good pitch to do it. That pitch was inside off the plate and jammed him, and he really was unable to get the bunt where he wanted to.
Carson Kelly takes high.
Kind of got it the right direction, just didn't bunt it hard enough because the pitch
was so far inside.
Big left-hander always works from the stretch. And the pitch popped up, shallow center. Moore, the second baseman, makes the catch. First two Cubs go in order. 2 down, 7th inning. Cubs lead 4-3. Ian Happ coming up.
Hardest working player of the game today, brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. More you Bosch, more you feel like a Bosch. How about Jamison Tyone pitching in this heat today? He had an outstanding game for the Cubs, giving him 6 innings.
That's a good choice. He was tough. It's his game to win still. Ian Happ takes down low. Opposing pitching changes. Brought to you by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit sloan.com. Happ has drawn 2 walks and struck out. And now the 2-0 pitch on the way to Ian. And he'll hit one foul back out of play. Some of the fans have moved from the sunny side, which is to say the very hot and uncomfortable side of the ballpark, over to the third base side. No shortage of fans in the shade over here off to our left. 2-1 pitch is outside. 3-1.
I would think if you were on the first base side behind that Cubs dugout, it's blazing over there. It's got to be some kind of hot.
Three-1 pitch, strike 2 call.
Coming in live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Cubs lead by a run, 7th inning. Happ pops it up foul and out of play. Happ without a hit in the series. This would be a good time for his first one.
Ian's got some good pitches to hit in this at bat. Last couple of pitches, fouled them both back.
Left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. Brock Burke delivers. Here's a one-hop smash to second. Glove by Moore. Good play. Moving to his left. Throws to first in time, and the Cubs are retired in this 7th inning. They lead 4-3 over the Angels. On the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Chicago Cubs memories are made right here with Pat, Ron, and Zach on the Cubs Radio Network.
For over 60 years, Fitzgerald Equipment has kept Illinois and Wisconsin moving with forklifts, rentals, and expert service featuring Heli forklifts built to go the distance. Visit FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Trusted equipment powered by Heli. Fitzgerald Equipment, material handling handled. Proud partner of Cubs Radio.
It's time for Trash Day Nose Yoga with Hefty. Let's transform stinky scenarios with a joyful scent of Fabuloso. Inhale. You forgot to empty your kid's lunchbox. Exhale. A field of lavender. Inhale. Stinky leftovers. Exhale. Watermelon in the summer. That's the power of Hefty Ultra Strong Trash Bags with Fabuloso.
Hefty, hefty, hefty. Join Great Lakes Credit Union's mission of banking for a greater good. As a nonprofit financial institution, Great Lakes Credit Union invests in local communities while offering the services of big banks. Learn more at glcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
It's grilling season. Time to fire it up and share a little grilling wisdom. Step up your grilling game with Hatfield marinated pork tenderloin. Packed with flavor, easy to cook, and perfect for any backyard cookout. Honey garlic teriyaki and savory brown sugar. There's a flavor for everyone. So put some pork on your fork. Visit simplyhatfield.com to find a retail partner near you. Hatfield, better care, better pork.
Hey, Cubs fans, make history with your business in the Village of Bedford Park. To learn more, contact Adam Colopy at ACOLLOPY at villageofbedfordpark.com.
Time to check the out-of-town scoreboard as they conduct a stretch here in Anaheim with the Cubs leading the Angels 4-3. The out-of-town scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. San Francisco wins. The Giants beat the Brewers 4-3 in Milwaukee. That's a big deal because if the Cubs hold on and win today's ball game here, they'll be just 5 back of the Brewers in the National League Central. Elliot Ramos with the biggest hit of the game, a 2-run single in the 9th for San Francisco. Other action around the majors. Bottom of the 6th inning, the Rays all over the Cardinals, 5-0 now. Junior Caminero with a grand slam, his 37th home run of the year. That game in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Reds and Diamondbacks tied at 1. They're in the top of the 8th. Top 7. Dodgers on top of the Padres, 7-2. The Mariners all over the A's, 11-1 now after 6 innings of play. Cal Raleigh with a pair of home runs. He now has 49 on the year. The Pirates a 4-0 shutout win over the Rockies as Paul Skeens gets the win. 7 scoreless innings. He's now 8-9 with a 2.07 ERA. Orioles nipped the Astros 3-2. It was the Phillies 3 and the Nationals 2. The Braves beat the Mets 4-3. Jurickson Profar the go-ahead single. Royals outslugged the Tigers 10-8. It was the Marlins 5, Blue Jays 3. The White Sox an 8-0 drubbing of the Twins. Colson Montgomery went deep again. 2-run shot, his 13th. Pat?
Caleb Thielbar, the new left-handed pitcher for the Cubs. Zach, thank you for your fine work, by the way. The left-hander Thielbar having a tremendous season. 54 games, a 2.12 ERA, 46 innings of work, only 27 hits allowed, and just 3 home runs in those 46 innings also. He's really done a good job.
7th inning sponsored by new Volvo XC90, designed for life.
Thielbar's assignment is the bottom of the order for the Angels in this 7th inning. Scorching day in L.A. 88 at game time, and I don't think it's cooled off since. First pitch to Oswald Peraza is taken outside. Peraza batting for Cavadas.
It's gotten warmer. It's 91 here now in Anaheim.
Swing and a miss. Good fastball.
Catch of the game today. That's sponsored by Catch Des Moines. Discover the weekend getaway in Des Moines where only the S's are silent. Find all the fun at catchdesmoines.com.
Strike 2 call.
How about the sliding catch by Cal Tucker and Wright early in the ball game?
It's a good choice.
Matty Shaw with a good. Shaw's catch in the line drive too was pretty impressive, so you can pick one. But those will be our catches of the game, sponsored by Catch Des Moines.
1-2 pitch just misses outside. Pitching changes by the Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. The 2-2. Off the inside corner, ball 3. Have not had a lot of close plays involving managerial challenges. Swinging a high pop fly, shallow right. Drifting in Tucker. Battling that sun, makes the catch. Out number 1. 1 away, bottom of the 7th. Cubs lead by a run. And it brings up Christian Moore.
Good pitch by Thielbar to get the pop up.
Ronnie, whenever there is a managerial challenge involving instant replays, they take a second look. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
First out, brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi, I don't know if you know this or not, but it's booming here in Anaheim.
I think it was booming yesterday and the day before as well. Here's a curveball in there for a strike, 1-1.
Call me crazy, but it was. I said that already today too, and you said I don't to your face. Nice. But it was booming last inning too.
There is a swing and a foul off to the right, down the line, out of play. So it's still booming. We will keep you updated. Something tells me we will in the very next inning.
Yeah, right after the first out, I think.
A ball and 2 strikes on Moore. Thielbar fires. Dribbled foul at the plate. Thielbar does something distinctive. As he starts his windup, he separates the ball from the glove hand and then puts it back in the glove again right before he delivers. He separates, puts it back in, and brings it. Here's a high pop-up right side. Should be playable. Backpedaling and calling his Bush. Makes the catch. And just the way guys are dancing underneath these pop flies, Ron, I don't know that we could categorize anything as routine right about now.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that the high sky, the sun, and then the real high fly ball that gets up over the stadium, I think the wind is pushing it towards right field a little bit. Yeah, nothing routine when that ball goes up on the right side of the diamond for those infielders and outfielders.
Second out in the inning. Curveball in there for a strike. Second out, everything's still booming over there?
Yep. I looked at John Lowe, and he said, yep, it's booming. Yep, his Wi-Fi is booming too.
Now the 0-1 pitch by Thielbar. Outside for a ball.
Tough plays of the game. It's sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Loyola Medicine defines tough. I think the tough play of the game is that line drive that Matt Shaw caught a couple innings ago. That was a rocket and an excellent play to get out of the 6th.
Fastball swung on and missed. 1-2. 2 down, nobody on. 7th inning, Cubs lead by a run, trying to sweep all 3. And the 1-2. Fly ball to left, coming in. Happ can't get there. It's a base hit. Kind of a high line drive. It fell in front of the left fielder. And it's a 2-out single. And back to the top of the order we go.
A little high breaking ball from Thielbar, and it's a little top spin lob right in the left field for a base knock.
Teodosio, the runner at first. Here is Zach Neto. Neto has a hit in 3 at-bats. Thielbar looks at the lead and throws over there. Diving back in is Teodosio. Neto has flied out, struck out, and singled. He's got more pop than you would think looking at him. He's got 21 home runs. Chopper foul left side. Outfield deep. You don't want a ball hit over your head in a spot like this, because that will allow the tying run to score.
They're definitely playing no doubles.
And the 0-1 from Thielbar. Fastball away. Good save. Backhanded catch by Kelly. The Cubs catcher really had to reach to save a wild pitch. Cubs clinging to a 1-run lead. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Beautiful change of pace. What do you like here, Ron?
You got options after that slow hook. You could come inside and up, or you can go back to another off-speed pitch. This last curveball might be the best one he's thrown so far.
Neto was way out in front. 2 down, a man at first. Cubs lead by a run. 7th inning. Here comes the 1-2 to Neto. It's down low. Came right back with an off-speed pitch.
Back-to-back slow curveballs.
Two and two. The lead at first by Teodosio. A swing and a miss ends the inning. Hit up Thielbar, works a scoreless 7th inning. Nicely done. We go to the 8th. Cubs 4, Angels 3. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Listen for great Cubs guests all season long on The Score, official radio home of the Cubs.
As the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs, Sloan has greeted fans with sustainable restroom products at Wrigley Field for 111 years. And now Sloan is excited to introduce new innovation to Cubs fans throughout the concourse with its brand new bottle fillers to provide clean drinking water while reducing plastic waste throughout the friendly confines. Learn more at sloan.com and go Cubs go!
It started with one car 70 years ago when the first Volvo car arrived in the U.S. Since, Volvo has helped redefine safety. From the 3-point safety belt to side impact airbags, a whiplash protection system, and blind spot assist, innovations that have saved millions of lives and made summer memories safer for generations. Celebrate 70 years of safety. Visit your local retailer for the Summer Safely bonus event going on now.
Hey, I'm ordering dinner. I was thinking burgers.
Boom! I just earned a $650 bonus for opening up a checking account at Old National Bank. Sorry, what'd you say? Burgers?
No, I definitely said 40-ounce dry-aged tomahawk steaks. Yep, with those little sauteed mushrooms.
Earn up to a $650 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Visit oldnational.com/checking and get old. Member FDIC. Additional restrictions apply. Offer valid through October 31st, 2025.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
Top of the 8th inning here in Anaheim. Cubs up 4-3. And this 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids, 877. Cars for Kids, that's Cars of the K. To donate your car today, Patrick.
A pitcher with a very unlikely name. Ryan Zephyr-John is the new pitcher for the Angels. Cubs have a long history of success against guys named Zephyr-John. As Nico Horner will take a strike, 0-1.
Now, were there a lot of Zephyr Johns in San Jose?
As far as I know. Here comes the 0-1 from the right-hander. Nico rolls one out towards second base. Moore will throw him out, and it's out number 1. Cubs did all of their scoring in a 3-inning stretch starting in the 3rd. Tucker had an RBI single. In the 4th inning, a run-scoring double by Horner brought a run in, and then 2 runs in the 5th. A sac fly by Pete Crow Armstrong and a run-scoring hit by Carson Kelly. All of that damage against starter Kyle Hendricks as Dansby Swanson swings and misses. The Angels got their runs. A home run by Taylor Ward in the 1st, an RBI double by Ward in the 6th, and an error by Dansby Swanson, allowing an unearned tally in that 6th inning. So it's 4-3 Cubs. Cubs well aware that Milwaukee has already lost their game to the Giants. I would think, Ron, that ball players are savvy enough to be able to take a quick glance at the scoreboard just to know what's going on elsewhere. Not that you would ever have any lengthy discussion about such a thing during your own game. Am I correct?
Absolutely. You may give a bump to the guy, you're standing in the dugout, give a bump to the guy next to you and give a look over at the scoreboard, and there's no doubt.
Zephyr-John's pitch swung on and missed by Swanson. And that's out number 2.
Stolen bases by the Cubs. They're powered by Arturo Tire, Chicago's hometown tire. Find a dealer at Arturo.com.
It would almost be bad karma, I think, for a ball player to be discussing what's happening in another ball game during your own game.
Yeah.
Shaw will take a strike.
When you get down to the last couple of weeks, though, you know, it's hard not to, right? I mean, when you're in a tight race and you're wondering if you're making the playoffs, it's hard not to at least see what the other team's doing. You know, our game kind of lends itself to that because there's time. right in between innings. There's time, pitching changes. There's just some time there that you can, and it's hard not to.
See, some people get in shape for it. I just start in April. That takes all the tension away. You're used to it every day, Ron.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Here's a foul back by Matt Shaw. But we do like to know what's going on elsewhere. It's part of our job.
Yeah.
The attendance today, 41,206.
We were right on the money tonight, weren't we?
Trying to guess what our figures were. I did not write down our guesses.
I did.
Sorry to hear that. Here's a pitch taken high for a ball.
You were only off by just over 20,000. Missed it by that much.
Don Smart, get smart.
Yeah.
Don Adams.
Don Adams, there you go. We all guessed you and I guessed in the 20s. Zach guessed 30,000, and the attendance is 41,206. 206. Okay. Here.
The weather created a lot of no-shows.
Yeah.
Now the 2-2. Line towards center, but right there as Teodosio goes back and makes a lunging catch. Matt Shaw hit that ball a lot harder than Teodosio thought. And he ended up coming in and then going back and making a very nice diving catch. Cubs do nothing in the top of the 8th inning. We go to the bottom half. Cubs 4, Angels 3 on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Nico Horner. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Struggling with plumbing problems? Plumbers 911 is your trusted solution with licensed plumbing professionals available 24/7 for any plumbing emergency. From repairs, leaks, sump pumps, and more, Plumbers 911 connects you with plumbers that do it right the first time. Call now at 1-833-PLUM-911.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. You see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that. Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. At the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Right now, for a limited time, you can lease the Hyundai Tucson for $239 a month or get $1,750 bonus cash. Offers end September 2nd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Benny's Beverage Depot. Benny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge. Smart fridge.
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Tag team bits and sockets with a Bosch 18-volt 2-in-1 impact driver. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Stream every out-of-market game live or on demand, plus stream MLB Network 24/7 the entire season. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details.
Zach, thank you. Zach was the winner in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. As the bottom of the 8th gets underway, Mike Trout first up against Brad Keller. This is your basic power against power matchup. Keller, big hard throwing right-hander, brings it 0-1. Trout bounces it foul. The actual attendance, 41,206. Zach was off by more than 11,000, but still the winner. Kind of a hollow victory, I would guess.
Yeah, I don't feel like a winner today.
All right, we'll take it away then.
Yeah.
Here comes the 0-2. On the way to Trout, it's outside for a ball. The Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Now the 1-2 to Trout. Swing and a miss, strike 3. I am absolutely amazed at the series that Trout has had. Ron, how about you?
Yeah, same. I just never seen him swing and miss this much. You know, his timing is just off because he's had a lot of fastballs just thrown past him. And then this last at bat, all breaking balls, and Keller just pulling off that breaking ball.
Taylor Ward takes a strike. Trout now nothing for 10 in the series with 7 strikeouts.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which is more hard to believe, but they're both stunning.
Yep.
Ward takes strike 2. Keller throwing nothing but strikes. The big man fires. Low and outside for a ball. Cubs trying to sweep all 3 to get this 9-game West Coast journey underway. The 1-2. Bounce right back to the mound. Keller gloves it. Runs halfway to first. Underhand feed to Bush. And that's out number 2. Nice reactions by the big man.
Wow, and, you make the pitch, and, all the pitchers are taught to, the back leg comes over the front, but at least Keller is somewhat engaged at the hitter to make sure if the ball is hit at him, he's got a chance if it's hit above his waist. That one was on one hop, and he made the play.
Joe Adell steps in and takes low. Cubs 4, Angels 3. 2 down, bases empty. A scorching Sunday afternoon in Anaheim. And the 1-0 in for a strike. Adell with a single in 3 tries. The 1-1 outside. And a guy with his power run, I would be surprised if he's not thinking about tying the game with one swing.
No, 100% he is. He's looking. I'm surprised the second pitch of the at-bat was a breaking ball in the middle of the plate, that he wasn't sitting on breaking ball, to be honest with you.
Here's a big chop to third. 1 hop to a charging Shaw. Gloves it, sets the feet, throws him out. Excellent job by Keller. 1-2-3 inning for Brad. We go to the 9th inning. It's the Cubs 4 and the Angels 3. This is the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Kyle Tucker. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Joel Got Wines is a true all-American classic and the go-to wine for America's favorite pastime. Since 1996, Joel has selected the best vineyards in California to craft balanced, approachable, and food-friendly wines. Whether it's a classic Chicago dog or Italian beef sandwich, Joel Gott is the perfect pairing for any ballpark staple, whether you're watching at Wrigley or at home. Look for Joel Gott Wines in the wine aisle at your local retailer. Joel Gott Wines, official wine partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Hey there, sports fans. It's Ron Coomer. The pennant race is on, and just like your team is pushing for the postseason, it's time to step up your outdoor living game with TimberTech, the #1 premium decking brand. TimberTech looks like real wood, but without the never-ending maintenance. It won't rot, warp, or splinter. And the industry-leading warranties, your deck will keep looking great season after season. Build a space worthy for October baseball. See for yourself why TimberTech is everything wood should be. Order free samples at TimberTech.com.
At 19 weeks pregnant, I found out my blood was attacking my baby. I'm Ellen, and my team said her only chance at survival was a rare procedure.
Top ranked in Illinois for obstetrics and gynecology by U.S. News & World Report, the team at Northwestern Maternal Fetal Medicine Clinic treats high-risk pregnancies from across Chicagoland. They performed an unprecedented 5 in utero blood transfusions to ensure Ellen and her baby had a compatible blood type.
Today, my baby is healthy and full of life.
Northwestern Medicine, better.
The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer everyone should have. It eliminates under or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat to achieve perfection. Order one now at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Getting set for the top of the 9th here in Anaheim. Cubs 4, Angels 3. The 9th inning is brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. Pat?
Let's see if the Cubs then can do some washing here in this 9th inning, Zach.
That was very dramatic washing, Z.
And not only washing, but Michael Bush is batting.
Oh, wow.
It's being this close to Hollywood. It brings out the best in us.
Sort of.
Speak for yourself.
The 0-1 to Michael Bush. And a pop fly shallow left coming in as Ward, and he'll make the catch. And being in Anaheim, we're actually closer to Disneyland than we are Hollywood, so might get a little goofy.
Oh, yeah. Oh. That's why you're a Hall of Famer.
I knew there was a reason.
I just,
Here is Kyle Tucker stepping in. Cubs lead by a run in the 9th inning.
This heat's not getting to me. Don't worry about it, partner.
It got to me back in June. 1 down, 9th inning. Tucker, another good day. An RBI single, a couple of walks. He's driven in a run, scored one. He hits one foul off to the left out of play.
Yeah, I think after the base hit to drive in a run in the 3rd, the Angels said that's enough. We've seen enough of this guy through the years. We'll just walk him and try the next guy.
It is 1-1. So you think they're going to work around him here?
I don't think they want him doing any more damage in this series.
Time call, a pitch clock violation on the pitcher, so that's now ball 2. He took too much time. Jose Fermin. A ball and a strike on Kyle Tucker. Make it 2 balls and a strike now after the violation. And he brings it. It's in there for a strike. The Angels are going to have the 5, 6, and 7 batters in the bottom of the inning. Rengifo d'Arnaud. Here's a swing and a high fly ball, shallow center. Teodosio makes the catch, and that's out number 2.
Pretty good pitch by Fermin in on the hands of Tuck. Pitch clock violations. They're sponsored by Verizon.
Oswald Peraza will hit 3rd in the bottom of the 9th. He's playing first base now, Peraza. 2 down, top of the 9th. Cubs on top, 4-3. Jose Fermin working on Seiya Suzuki. First pitch down low. This would be a great spot for a long ball right now. Suzuki 1 for 4 with a single. Seiya swings and misses.
Pretty good tight slider there from Fermin. That one a good downward tilt.
2 down, nobody on. 4-3 Cubs, 9th inning. The 1-1 is a strike. 1-2. Daniel Palencia throwing in the Cub bullpen. And the next offering, low and inside. It's 2-2. Cubs trying to sweep all 3 in this weekend series, something that is very rare against any of these West Coast teams. Here's a pitch outside for a ball, 3-2. Now the payoff from Fermin to Suzuki. Inside, he walked him. Now, Suzuki is not a real adventuresome base runner. He's got 4 steals for the year. He's been caught twice, and he would not be running with Pete Crow Armstrong coming up.
No, I wouldn't think so. And now they're going to go out and talk to Fermin, and this is all about a scouting report against Pete Crow Armstrong. And I'm sure they're telling him, you stay away from down and in. That's where he hit the home run in game 1 of this series off Kenley Jansen. That cut her down and in, and Pete blasted it into the seats and right.
So that being the case, what are you looking for if you're Pete?
I think if you're Pete, I think you look for your sweet spot. I really do, until you get behind in the count. You know, this is a time where you're actually, I believe, you want to wait on pitches if you're him, because you've been out in front so much lately on pitches. But right now, with the scoreboard, it's a 1-run game in the 9th. If you get that ball down and in, you got to go ahead and try to hook it and see if you can hit one in the seats.
Pete today has flied out, fouled out, delivered a sacrifice fly, and grounded out.
Fermin does throw that slider, and it ends up down and into the lefties.
Here's the pitch to Pete. Smack foul, right side. Cubs lead by a run, top of the ninth inning.
And there it was.
The outfield is deep. There's a big gap in right center. About a 200-foot gap. Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Change up. Nothing in two.
Back-to-back sliders. I thought it was change also, but that was slider. Where was it? Down and in. Yeah.
Pete now trying to put it in play. And the 0-2 from Fermin. Swinging a foul out of play. He got away with that one.
Yeah, that one was right in the middle of the plate. Pete fouled it off. Pete's just got to try to get his eyes to track the ball to the barrel of the bat. If he can do that and he gets another one of these pitches like he just did, he's going to crunch one a long way.
Strike two pitch, up and in. Pete had the game winner in the ninth inning on Friday night. Cubs trying to win all three, lead by a run, top of the ninth. And the pitch, up and in, ball two.
Okay, two fastballs in a row. Both of them up, one up and in. This got to be a slider now. Let's see what he gets here on 2-2.
Suzuki leads at first. And the 2-2 from Fermin. And it's swung on and grounded. A diving stop. What a play by Peraza at first. And he takes it to the bag. Outstanding play by Oswald Peraza at first base. Cubs don't score. Time to fasten those seatbelts. We go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Cubs 4, Angels 3. This is the score. And the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Start your mornings with Cubs Talk. Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on The Score.
Hey, Coom here. Labor Day in the Midwest means one thing. One last trip to the lake house before summer officially calls it a season. The grill is hot, coolers are packed, and if you're like me, you're bringing some Yingling along for the ride. Whether it's traditional lager, light lager, or flight, Yingling has a beer for every taste. Great beer, great company, and a little lake time. That's a winning combo in my book. Yingling, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Hey, baseball fans, now at Verizon, they are knocking it out of the park with low prices. Locked in for 3 years guaranteed on my plan. Get a single line for a low price of just $50 a month when you switch, and bring your phone on unlimited welcome with auto pay, plus taxes and fees. Only on the network you can count on. Slide into your local Chicago Verizon store today.
$20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speed. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply.
Right, and they're out of here. If the Northsiders pitchers strike out 9 players or more during a regular season home game, Tito's Handmade Vodka will donate $100 to Chicago nonprofit Anti-Cruelty. Up to $10,000 this season. Support from Tito's goes towards Anti-Cruelty's commitment to care for animals in need while building a healthy and happy community where pets and people thrive together. Cheers to the home team with Tito's, and let's hear it for the Northsiders.
Distilled and bottled by Fifth Generation 80 Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
When it comes to tuxedos and suits, the pros at Suits 2020 have the winning looks. Why rent when you can own for about the same price? Schedule your free fitting at Suits2020.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Pat?
Daniel Palencia saved the Friday night game, working a 1-2-3 ninth inning. It was his 19th in 21 chances. He has to protect a 1-run lead again today. Luis Rengifo first up against the hard-throwing right-hander, Daniel Palencia. Here we go, bottom of the ninth, 4-3 Cubs. Rengifo takes a strike right down Broadway. Ron, it's time for you to think about the toast of the game ball player, presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Nothing fancy on these first two.
Yeah, just rear back and cut her loose. 99 miles an hour on that last fastball.
Stay tuned for Zach's Verizon postgame show.
And I think we're going to go with Jamison Tyone as our toast to the game ball player today by Benny's.
The strike two set and the delivery. Fouled away. That's a good call, Ron. He pitched very well.
Right? He just did his job, gave the Cubs a great chance to win a game again. And he's on the hook to get a W in today's ball game and be a great win for J-Mo once again.
Strike two pitch from Daniel Palencia. Outside for a ball. Pitching changes by the Cubs, brought to you by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Outfield deep, pretty much straight away against the left-handed batting Rengifo. And now the 1-2. Line to center field, a base hit. Pete Crow Armstrong gets it back in. It's a leadoff single. He squared that one up.
I know it was 2 splits in a row, might have been 3 at Palencia through. The third one just hung right up the top of the zone, and that ball got smoked right back where it came from, right back through the middle.
So the tying run is on. Bush holding Rengifo at first. Travis d'Arnaud at the plate. Shaw guards the line at third, playing shallow. Fastball is high. d'Arnaud would be a candidate for a double play. Right-handed hitter. He's also got some power, though. The 1-0. Swinging a foul back, and he was thinking long ball with that cut.
Yeah, there's no doubt. He was looking dead red. Fastball, got it inside, and just fouled it back.
Cubs have a chance to move within 5 games of Milwaukee for the division lead. And now the 1-1 from Palencia. Instead, he'll toss to first, sending Rengifo back to the bag. Four runs, 8 hits for the Cubs, 3 runs, 7 hits for the Angels. Now the 1-1. d'Arnaud takes strike 2 called. 1-2. What do you like?
No, I like the fastball. He just threw a bullet on the inside corner. I like the high fastball. I think for Palencia, there are times he does a hitter a favor by throwing an off-speed pitch.
The next offering, strike 3 call. Fastball got him looking. And that's out number 1. d'Arnaud has a few words with Brian Walsh before heading back to the third base dugout. Big first out, 1 away.
All right, and I love that he just went to his best pitch. He went to the gas and threw a fastball away, said, go ahead and hit it if you can. And 99 miles an hour, outside corner.
Former White Sox Yoan Moncada is going to come up and bat for Nico Cavadas. Moncada had a 2-homer game in the opener Friday night. Last night he was 0 for 3.
Now Moncada, the second home run he hit in game 1 of this series was a high fastball in the mid-90s. So you got to be careful with him with just elevating pitches.
Moncada takes inside.
Now, not every ball that he hits is 99 to 100 miles an hour. So Palencia has something a little unique, but you got to be careful with this guy.
Rengifo, the tying run at first. The pitch to Moncada, swing and a miss. And it's 1-1.
That was kind of the emergency swing. That was a fastball away.
Solidly built right-hander Daniel Palencia on the mound. The 1-1 stretch. He brings it. Fastball is high. That came zipping in there at about 100 miles an hour. Infielders looking for some kind of a ground ball that they could turn. And the 2-1. Moncada swings and fouls it back 2-2. What do you like here?
Not that last pitch. Tell you that was a bullseye right down the middle. You want to stay away from that spot. You could elevate a fastball. If you're going to elevate a pitch, you want it to be in or inside. You don't want it to be out over the plate.
The set for the 2-2. The Cub right-hander Palencia brings it. Fastball is high, 3-2. Might have overthrown that one just a tad. Let's keep an eye on the runner, Rengifo, at first. He represents the tying tally. 1 away, bottom of the 9th inning. And the payoff. Bounced foul into the Cubs' first base dugout.
Well, that'll tell you what he's sitting on. That was a slider in the middle of the plate, and he hooked that ball into the Cubs' dugout. He was way out in front of it.
Now the 3-2 pitch. It's high for ball 4. The tying run now is in scoring position. The potential winning run is on base. And Tommy Hotovy, the pitching coach, heading out to the mound. What's this conversation about, Ron?
Well, this is more about Palencia than it is the hitter. I think Tommy wants to go out there and just start reassuring Palencia about his abilities. What are we going to attack with? Let's go after the hitter. Let's not get ourselves in these positions where you have to throw a strike. So you want to get on the attack here early in this at-bat. More earlier in the game, he had a single right back through the middle.
He is also grounded out and popped out, so he's 1 for 3. Christian Moore at the plate. Luis Rengifo is the tying run at second. And now pinch runner going in for Moncada at first. We will identify him momentarily.
I think it's Lugo going into pinch run, Pat.
That's who it is, Ron. All right, Lugo at first. Rengifo at second. 1 away, bottom of the 9th inning. Cubs lead 4-3. Right-hander to right-hander. The first pitch off the inside to Moore. Christian Moore hitting 188. He's 1 for 3 today of the stretch. The 1-0. Fastball is high, ball 2.
Moore jumped out of the way of that fastball, but that was not far from being a strike.
Happ is well off the left field line over toward the alley in left center. And the 2-0. Fisted foul and out of play. And now it's 2-1. Lugo at first. Rengifo at second. Cubs lead 4-3, bottom of the 9th, 1 away. The pitch. Outside, ball 3. Nobody throwing in the Cub bullpen. This spot belongs to Daniel Palencia.
Now you got to throw a strike here. That's all you can do, and take your chances with your best fastball.
The 3-1. Called strike 2. Moore taking all the way.
All the way, and that was
wow,
right down the middle.
Now with 1 away and a full count, Palencia comes set. And the right-hander fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Out number 2.
Great comeback in the at-bat for Palencia. Threw the 3-1 fastball in the middle and then just throws a 100-mile-an-hour heater on the outside corner to get the punch out. Great comeback in that at bat.
The number 9 hitter, Bryce Teodosio, will bat for himself. He is 1 for 3 in the game. Cubs trying to hang on, lead by a run. 2 down, bottom of the 9th, 2 men on. First pitch, strike, 0-1. Listen to the Cub fans over on the right side behind the Cubs first base dugout. Thousands of Cub fans are here. Now the set. And the 0-1. Low one outside. Infielders will try to dive and knock down any ball ticketed for the outfield.
Yeah, you really try to play as deep as you possibly can and still think you're in the play to keep the ball in the infield.
And the 1-1 from Palencia. Swing and a miss. What's on your mind, Ron?
Same pitch, high gas. I think if you elevate a fastball up above the zone, out of the zone, I think you're going to get the swing and miss.
The fans are in a frenzy here in Anaheim. The 1-2 stretch. And the pitch. Check swing. Strike 3. Cubs win the ball game. Daniel Palencia strikes out Bryce Teodosio. It was a high fastball about shoulder high. Teodosio tried to check his